got signed to living, yeah. You know it's time for cinema, yeah. Bitch, what's a cinnamon? Tell your partner cinnamon. Bitch, what's a movie, man? MP40 doing, man. Tell them keep it cinema. Tell them keep it cinema.
Movie guys on deck, movie guys on set. Boy, we can set the stage and shoot it out for real, but I ain't seen a high pitch yet. Wait, box with us, it'd be a last fight. Going Jim Carrey with the mask like. I've been making movies since a past life. Everybody asking what is that like? Last critic in the fast clinic. Bag on me, but it stacks in it. Me and Quad going cinema from the intro until the last minute. Super Saiyan, I don't have limits. Run the game like the Flash with it. Get fly, get the money, then run it back. That's the last tenant. Movie guys on your screen, make the fans all scream. Your girl came through, said she wanna join the scene. X-rated Maxine, Bitch black, got the vision still. Making moves, have to sit them still. Beef with us, you better be for real. Either cut the check or I'ma cut you still.
Cut the malarkey. That pistol get sparky. Movie got shooter guy. Yeah, need it the marquee. Fast car. It go a mile a minute. Movie got signed to living. You know it's time for cinema. Whoa.
Yo.
Wagwan.
Word.
What's good, people? We're back.
Mic check.
We live.
Tyrek, wake up, nigga.
I'm here, nigga. What the fuck?
Fuck you so quiet for, nigga?
I wonder if we start the show. I was supposed to start 30 minutes ago.
Well, you were late, so here we are.
No, I wasn't.
So here we go. You were late.
Hurry up, nigga. Fuck.
Hey, man, we back, man. Episode 68, Movie Guys Podcast. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Please like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share the pod, please, on your socials. If you're not aware, we do have memberships. So if you feel so inclined, we would definitely appreciate anybody who would like to become a member to the channel. Thank you to our members that we have currently. Thank you to everybody who left super chats in the last show. We really appreciate y'all. We got a lot of reviews for y'all today, man. A lot of reviews. A lot of movies have been seen in the past 2 weeks. Couple topics, nothing too crazy, but we got a lot of reviews. Also, within the past couple of weeks since the last episode, somebody reached out to us and they asked for us to review their indie film. Some indie filmmakers from Austria reached out to us to review their film called The Trail. So we watched it together as a group, and we're going to provide you with some reviews on that film. I'll give you guys more details about all of that once we get to that part of the show. But yeah, man, got a stacked show for y'all tonight. We got most of the members here. Alex is supposed to be on his way, fashionably late as always. Jack Move may come on to review Black Phone 2 since he is a super fan, Black Phone super fan. But he, I believe, is still currently in the theater, so he may or may not show up. If not, we'll get him on next show. And then Red Pig, I don't know what's going on with Red Pig. I don't know if he's, living a double life. I don't know if he's working the night shift. I don't know what's going on. But Red Pig has been unreliable on Fridays for the past month, it seems. I don't know where he goes. I don't know where he goes to. I don't know. Maybe this nigga is like fucking sassy Batman. I don't know what's going on. But he disappears. He doesn't show up. So I don't even know if he's going to be on tonight. But anyway, we can go ahead and get it popping. Real quick, everybody, let's do a mic test. And while you at it, man, give us your intro. Let us know how you've been feeling. How you feeling today, man? We can get started, man. How everybody doing, man? Mafia, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. How about y'all?
We chilling, man. We chilling. All right, BT, y'all good?
Lovely. Got the drink poured, the miles lit. I'm ready to talk cinema, man.
What you sipping on?
A little bit of Henny and apple juice.
Ooh, okay.
It's lovely.
All right.
Beautiful Friday night out on my balcony, about 75 degrees. Lovely night to talk movies.
Love to hear it. Rick, how about you, brother? How are you? How are you doing? Okay, glad to hear it. Well, man, real quick, shout out to Liza.
Hold on.
Fields.
Oh, wait, I was muted, dog. I was muted. I was muted.
Come on, man, what's going on? Get your
Dog, I was
shit
muted.
together.
Nah, I was on vacation, so I didn't watch no movies. I'm like a wonton, but like
What?
I'm like you now.
Rick not watching movies? I'm
That's like
shocked.
no, that's like you. That's you.
I'm shocked and surprised.
No, that's you. I'm copying you.
This guy said he watched fucking 50 movies this year.
40. You keep changing it. 40.
Nigga, you've seen a total of 5 movies. I know for a fact.
Oh, you're bullshitting.
You
I
haven't
haven't
seen a
watched.
movie in over a month.
No, I have. No, I have. I see The Strangers Part 2. That was 3 weeks ago.
That was a month ago.
No, that was 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, 3 weeks. Nigga,
what
that
you
was
talking
a
about,
month
bro?
ago, man.
Hey, dog. No, I'll get back to watching movies next week.
Can't wait.
Hopefully, Walter watches the movie with me too. But knowing him, he's probably gonna have another fucking stomach ache and not watch it.
I saw plenty of movies, so
Not counting that free one.
yeah, the one that you also missed. Crazy.
I was on vacation. No, I wasn't in the country. What do you want me to do?
The pod comes before vacation. You know that.
Hey, man, well, okay.
The podcast will come before vacation. It come before women. It come before your own family. The pod is first. You gotta live and die by this shit. We'll find somebody who will, like Larry. Larry gonna die about this.
Why are you threatening the audience with Larry?
Larry gonna die about this movie shit. I already know he's gonna die about this movie shit.
Where my guy Larry at? Speaking of Larry, where you at, Lawrence? Pull up.
He talking to you in the chat, BT.
Why are you threatening the audience with Larry all the time? Like you said, nigga's a threat.
Wow.
Or else I'm bringing
Larry?
Larry on. Like, okay.
Hear that, Larry? Disrespecting you. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get popping, man. This first topic I got, a couple topics, then we'll get to the reviews. This first topic I have is hot off the presses, just for Tarek, man. Let's see. Let me pull it up right here for y'all. So this news, I believe, came out today, and we reported on this at some time last year, but we got confirmation today that the live-action Horizon Zero Dawn movie will begin filming next year, 2026, and it's expected to be released in 2027. Now, if you remember, this originally started out as a Netflix TV series, but it got canceled. Netflix said they couldn't get a script nailed down. It was just, a lot of things going on, so they scrapped it. Sony said, okay, well, how about we make it into a movie instead? So Sony is going to be producing this film. Presumably there will be a new writer with a new script. And then if it's filming next year, we should be getting casting announcements fairly soon. Before Tyra gives his thoughts, I just want to point out something. This will be arguably the biggest flop out of Sony's entire catalog. And it will definitely be the biggest flop out of their video game adaptation films. So far, they've done Uncharted, they've done Gran Turismo, they recently did Until Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn will be the biggest flop. I'm talking Morbius levels, maybe even less, Craven levels of flop for Sony. The movie will be terrible. It will not do well in the box office at all. And I am willing to put everything I own on the line to bet that. The reason I say this, Horizon is a very overrated video game franchise, and the story by itself is not very riveting. The main draw to Horizon is the gameplay. Outside of that, nothing spectacular, nothing that's gonna, knock your socks off. This isn't a big blockbuster type. Tarek, what are your thoughts on the Horizon Zero Dawn film?
Wonton's a guy who platinumed the game. That game is not like some easy ass. He definitely hated that game, but he definitely did it. It makes sense, nigga. Pick a side. You don't your actions don't fit your fucking words, dog. Whatever. But anyway, Horizon. I'm not sure how much money they're gonna invest in this movie because if they kind of go cheap, I don't think it's gonna be visually appealing. And you have the robot dinosaurs and animals and shit like that. That's not going to be like cheap to animate or create CGI for. So I'm kind of skeptical on how this is going to do, and especially the budget's not that high. Um, yeah, it's kind of looking kind of spooky. But if they do put like a decent budget behind it, and they do like kind of spend some time and actually like cast good actors and try to make it somewhat compelling, 'cause I do think the Horizon story in terms of sci-fi is very, very unique. There isn't really another story like it. So I think it'll be interesting to see that on screen because I'm sure most people who don't play games won't know what the fuck Horizon is, but they see this in theaters, they might like it or not. But I'm kind of optimistic that it's gonna be a decent movie, but I got to see the budget first and who they like kind of cast. It sucks because Loris Riddick, because he passed away. He actually would have been able to play his part in the movie, but Silence. But that's kind of he passed away too early, so can't see that shit. But I don't know. I got to see like who the director is, and they didn't pick none of that yet, right? They didn't. Who's the director?
We don't know any of that yet.
Yeah. So until we see who that is, I would just say I don't got any real like concrete thoughts other than that. But if they do pull it off, I think it'll do pretty decent.
Let me ask y'all, who do you want to play the redheaded broad?
As long as it's not that girl from the Winter Soldier. No, the girl from the Winter Soldier show.
Why you don't like her?
Solo? She's not a good actor, dog. I'm sorry, dog. She just a
Nigga,
ginger.
it's Aloy. It ain't like she playing fucking.
No,
Aloy.
no. I rather than pick the girl from The Boys. What's her name? The Wonder Woman stand-in character.
She's fucking 50.
She didn't look that old in The Boys.
Nigga, she looks like she's 43 in The Boys. What are you talking about?
I don't think so. They can find a better actor,
Aloy is like fucking 19.
Or what they can do is a Hollywood staple: cast a black person, because when anytime there's a ginger, they replace it. They
So
pick a
now
nigga.
you want controversy?
Yeah, I think that should be fired.
All right.
Yeah, just don't cast the mermaid bitch. Keep her far away from this shit.
What about Sophie Turner?
No.
No. She's too skinny.
Yeah, she's doing Tomb Raider right now.
Really?
Yeah.
They just. I think
That was like a while ago.
Amazon's doing the Tomb Raider reboot. She got cast as Lara Croft.
I don't know if she has the dimensions to do that. Does she?
She doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Lara Croft isn't a redhead either, so but
I mean,
they'll probably dye her hair.
What I was gonna say? Yeah, I don't know, Tyler. You hating that girl from Winter Soldier? That she was a fan cast all the way back then.
Man, dog. I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. Her acting
is more than enough to.
No, it's not, because she was ass in Solo too,
bro. You acting like Aloy requires some damn.
Yes. Get Sigourney Weaver in that shit.
You're insane.
I'm just fucking around.
This nigga wants Scarlett Johansson as Aloy.
Yes. No. Mafia, right?
Hey, she got some nice titties, so
see, so they could dye her hair red and shit. I mean, it's a running joke. She could play anybody. So there you go.
Crazy. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll get more news about it soon.
Oh shit!
But like I said, I'll come back to this episode in the next couple of years when the movie is out, and you'll see that everything I said was true. But just like always. All right, man. So one more topic before we get into the reviews. So if you guys don't know, Netflix has been known to release some of their original films in theaters. Usually it's on like a limited basis. So It may be available in some states and not available in others. Certain theater chains and not others. AMC is one of the theater chains where Netflix movies have typically not been shown. And from what I understand, the reason is because AMC wasn't a fan of the way Netflix would release the movies. I don't know all the details, but apparently the heads of AMC did not like what Netflix was doing, so they said, we're not showing any Netflix movies in our theaters. But something changed. Netflix has had one of the biggest films of the year with K-pop Demon Hunters. And so essentially AMC caved in, man. AMC has agreed to show K-pop Demon Hunters on 400 screens during Halloween, so within 2 weeks. And there are discussions for them to show additional Netflix films. For example, the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein movie produced by Netflix released this week, but it's only available in limited theaters until November. In November, it'll be placed on Netflix. You go watch it on Netflix. But currently, you can't watch it at AMC. So that's just another example. But I don't know if you guys have any thoughts about this. I just wanted to bring it up because I feel like, me personally, I don't mind that Netflix does things like this, like limited theatrical release or whatever. I just wish it was available in more theaters, because if it was, I would prefer to go see it in a theater rather than watching it at home most of the time. Some movies I feel like are better experienced at home. They don't really require a theater experience, but a movie like Frankenstein for Halloween, like, I would enjoy going to the theaters to see that. So hopefully we can get that in AMC theaters, because that's the only theater chain that I go to. But yeah, I hope this leads to more Netflix movies going to theater. But I don't know if you guys had any thoughts about that.
I think that's a pretty cool idea. I
don't see why
just,
not.
I just, fuck, because I'm a Cinemark person. I mean, I am moving to a place. I think AMC next to my place, a new place, wherever I'm moving to, is gonna be pretty good. So, I mean, I'll be switching to AMC, but I feel bad for the people who aren't like with AMC or if you're Regal, because that would kind of suck. You can't really. I mean, you got to go out your way and do AMC instead. So I wish it wasn't just one fucking theater chain. That should have been for all three of the big ones at least.
They'll probably get to Cinemark next. I don't think it's just going to be AMC
Yeah.
for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, but that's the AMC's the biggest chain, so that makes sense. But I think that's fine. I do think Netflix stands to make a lot of money doing that too, especially with some of their own productions. And then using whatever as a AMC to like kind of distribute the movie and stuff. So I do think they do stand to make a lot of money from this. I think because of the what's that K-pop show? I think because that popped off and they are like, fuck, imagine if we launched this shit in theaters, we would have made way more fucking money. So I do think that's the impetus and especially because all the anime movies now are just popping off, like Demon Slayer, like damn near made $700 million. So I think Netflix, who has a lot of anime debut, like, to be honest, they have rights to a lot of anime and a lot of popular ones too. So when those movies or those shows start to get movies and stuff, that may actually like be a good investment in doing that.
I understand their hesitancy up to this point, just given obviously their business model, their
Hello?
streaming
Hello there?
platform, and everything.
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me talking?
Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you.
Oh, and everyone's not talking.
Yeah, nah, I was just talking while you would say hello. Nah, but I can understand the
The fuck?
hesitancy given the.
You can't hear nobody?
I can't hear
Really
nobody. I
not.
don't. Wait, are y'all still talking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
can you hear
sure.
me?
Is Buck talking?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't hear him.
Who do you
everybody
hear?
else
You
can
hear
hear
me?
me, right?
I hear you right now. Yeah.
Judas, change your name.
Okay, so y'all talk. Okay.
Never, bitch.
Okay, I
Alright,
hear
if you
y'all.
can't- if you
Watch your
can't-
mouth when you talk.
No,
to
I hear
your
y'all, but
baby.
were y'all like were y'all talking? Because I was like, "Yo, what
Yeah,
up?"
yeah.
man?
Yeah,
was
we
something.
were talking. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm in the car on the way home, so I'm gonna be muted so I don't make too much noise.
All right. Y'all can feel it. I think because Alex joined, the shit got fucked up a little bit.
Don't blame me with your
Hey,
Nah, BC, go ahead. What was you saying?
No, what I was saying, I could understand their hesitancy given their business model up until this point. You know, they're streaming platforms, so you want to drive subscribers and shit. But at the same time, I think it's smart to partner with certain theater teams. Obviously, they got the new Knives Out movie coming out in December, which I would like to see in theaters. I saw the other two on Netflix, so I would like to see that in theaters. That's a phenomenal series up until this point. Netflix hasn't really done much for me as far as original films go, although I do have something to talk about later in the show. But yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at it at all. I think it's smart. I think it shows that they're trying to evolve. Given I'm sure their subscriber base probably hasn't grown given the amount of price changes and price hikes that they've
Speak about
included
it.
on the platform and all
Yeah.
that type of shit. So I think it just shows that their willingness to evolve and change to try to help mitigate some of their losses from probably dwindling subscriber base. Which they'll get a hike when Stranger Things comes out, of course, but how long will that last?
Right.
Yeah, and Knives Out. Like, see, a movie like Knives Out, I didn't like watching that at home. I think I would have enjoyed watching that more in the theater experience. I think I was too distracted watching it at home, and it's a movie where you kind of have to really pay attention to what people are saying, what they're doing, especially in the background. Especially the mystery movies. I'm like, I'd rather see that in the theater because I think I'm able to focus a lot more on what's actually going on. So I do think that will help people like me out.
Facts, yeah. You don't have those same distractions. Like you said, a movie like Knives Out, there's a lot of things that at the end you go back and think, oh shit, 20 minutes into the movie, I saw this, and this. Now it makes sense. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, like I said, hopefully this leads to more Netflix stuff coming to theaters because, like I said, some of their movies definitely need to be watched at home, right? Because they put out a lot of bullshit. But there's a few movies that I think would be best viewed in the theater. But that's all I have for topics, man. We can go ahead and get started with some early reviews. We got a lot of reviews tonight, man. So we can go ahead and get started. Before we get into some of the newer stuff we saw, I did want to go to BT, our resident horror guy, since he watched him, just to give his quick thoughts on it as the horror aficionado of the podcast. Just want to get his quick thoughts on him. BT, you can go ahead and let us know how you feel about that movie, brother.
Yeah, and I'm happy Alex is here for this. I'll say I heard a lot of things about him before going to see it. Obviously, Jordan Peele production. Last time I was on this podcast, I was talking about him a little bit. I said without seeing the movie, I think it was a little bit unfair that people were blaming the quality of the movie on Jordan Peele, given the fact that he was just the producer of the movie. But I said I'll withhold judgment until I see it. Now that I've seen it, I think people have been way too harsh on it. It's not a great movie. It's not good.
Thank you.
It's not like I wouldn't say that it's better than it's on the par of like Get Out. I wouldn't say it's on the par of Nope or Us either. I gave it a solid 6 out of 10. My biggest issues with the movie, honestly, most people's issues came in the second and third act. My biggest issues came in the first act of the movie. The second and third act I found relatively enjoyable. Even that ridiculous ending to the movie, I enjoyed. It was stupid. It was over the top. But I had a good time and was entertained by that ending of the movie. My biggest issues were with the writing and the way they portrayed like the combine and draft. Like, bro, if you were a fan of the NFL, you know that's not how the draft works. This motherfucker Cam was supposed to be a generational prospect, the next GOAT. They built him up. He's gonna be the next GOAT. He's gonna be the next GOAT. He's gonna be the next GOAT. Now because he skips the combine because of a concussion, all of a sudden, you can't get drafted. You're not going to the league no more. That makes no sense. Star quarterbacks skip the combine all the time. That made zero sense, and that pissed me off as a diehard fan of football. Shit like that really pissed me off. And then even when they get into minor spoilers, nothing too crazy. Even when they get into him talking to Marlon Wayans, he's like, I'm going to tell the team to sign you. They're going to sign you, and they're going to give you. That's not how it works, fam. That's not how this works. It's a draft. It's a draft process, and a generational prospect who was projected number 1 overall that everybody's already hailing as the next GOAT isn't going number 1 the next year. I mean, isn't falling out the draft because he skipped the combine. And then how is this team that is supposedly a dynasty even going to be in position to pick a prospect like this? That made no sense to me, and that frustrated me to no end. And then the very opening of the movie when he's watching the football game with his pops, that was so cringe to me. and just corny to me. I'm like, oh man, just coming off that opening scene and the way that first act
Wait,
played out,
BT,
how they portrayed shit. What?
BT, you ain't like when he said that's what a real man does.
Yeah, nah, that shit, bro. I was cringing so fucking hard, man. I was like, oh, this is what they say is right. But once he got to the training portion, they go through the training process and all that. That I really started to enjoy the movie. There was some little creepy things here and there involving the fans and stuff like that. And I thought Julia Fox, while she did play a small role in that, I did enjoy her piece of that. She was really entertaining in the movie.
That ass.
She fell off from a looks perspective, but from an entertainment standpoint, she still got a fastball. I'll give her that. But I don't think she'll ever achieve that level she achieved in Uncut Gems from an aesthetic perspective. Because in Uncut Gems, Jesus Christ, that was like Kobe dropping 81 against Toronto. That was unbelievable. But yeah, all in all, man, I thought Marlon did a great job. I thought Tyreek Withers did a great job. I thought acting all around was solid. There was some cool shots. A lot of people said the story was incoherent and didn't make sense, and there was real no story. I thought it was pretty easy to follow. But yeah, again, the first act of this movie really weighs it down heavy for me because there was just a lot of cringe shit that just really made no sense, and that if you know the sport, you know none of this shit makes sense and not how it would happen at all. But still enjoyable enough watch. 6 out of 10 for me. I would recommend streaming. You ain't got nothing else to watch, go ahead and put on him. I think you would be mildly entertained. It's not trash. Like, Saint killed that fucking movie. Like, killed that movie for no reason. Like, that was unnecessary. Now, after seeing it, it seems like he went in there not wanting to like the movie. He didn't go in there with an open mind because there was no way to just trash that movie that bad.
Yo, Saint still wears adult diapers. You can't trust his opinion on everything, bro. That nigga still says, I went poopy. Like, no. Some movies, Saint just need to take the day off.
Yeah, bro. It was a solid watch. And I will say, as somebody who's been critical of Jordan Peele, it might have been better had Jordan Peele directed it. But
I'm glad you standing. BT, I'm glad you kind of speaking to that, bro, because a lot of times I feel like I'm on an island where I'm like, y'all criticize the fact that we get Conjuring Part 1,000,000, Megan Part 1,000,000, Annabelle Part 1,000,000, and then when somebody
Megan, Judas.
and then when somebody tries to give y'all a different flavor, a different take on horror, it's with all this pretentious shit. Oh, you just want to be like, bro, let the nigga be expressive, please. And
Jordan Peele tries to be creative, and all I hear is criticize.
Right.
And listen, I'm fair when it comes to Jordan Peele, because last time we had an argument about Jordan Peele, I wasn't all the way with you on that. I had my critiques about Jordan Peele, but for this, I thought it was very unfair, especially the amount of people who are blaming him for this movie. First of all, it wasn't that bad, and second of all, he was the
and he just produced it. Like,
bro, he read the script and he signed off on it, man. He gets some blame, bro.
No, he was helping out his homie, wasn't he?
Bro, if y'all went to the
because I didn't think it was a bad movie.
If y'all went to the studio, I paid for the studio session, but y'all made some dog shit. You blaming me? Or you blaming the niggas that wrote it?
If you approved to put it out, yes. You getting blamed too.
But wait, wasn't he helping out his homie though?
I don't know. Don't even really matter. If it's homie
So if Alex made a dog shit movie and he has to put it out on Movie Guy's platform, you gonna tell him
impossible. Use somebody else. I'd never make a dog shit movie.
Like I said, if Alex makes
you
a
a Jordan
dog
Peele
shit
fan,
movie,
so you might.
I'm a what?
You a Jordan Peele fan. You might.
Wow.
Let's hope not. Nah, you know what it is, bro. I'm not mad at Jordan Peele doing something different, but I feel like we've had this convo, like even in games, like people like to praise things for being different. I don't give a fuck how different something is. I want it to be good. That's the most important thing. You could do something different all you want. You could make up some shit nobody ever seen before. But if it's not good, then who gives a fuck?
No, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. And I'm not praising this movie for being different, because I don't think it was all that different. To be honest with you, I didn't think it was nothing crazy, creative.
Can y'all think of another movie?
I just thought it was an entertaining movie.
Can y'all think of another? Can y'all think of another movie that's centered around the pipeline of NFL and making it something deeper than it is? Can y'all think of one other movie that did that? And don't say Gridiron Gang. Like, don't say The Longest Mile. Like, The Longest Yard.
Tell the
Like,
truth. Tell
what
the truth.
other?
Concussion. Tell the truth.
Oh yeah, Concussion was fire.
Tell the truth.
What are you saying?
Concussion, the movie with Will Smith about football.
Oh, that nigga was saying Jeopardy Truth. I don't know what that nigga saying.
No, he was saying tell the truth. That was a terrible.
Tell
accent
the
by Will
truth.
Smith.
Oh,
Tell the truth.
Tell
Tell
the
the
truth,
truth
Goodies.
about the concussion. Tell the truth.
That is a good one.
listen,
Right?
man. We ain't gotta go on another Jordan Peele diatribe. Go watch Y'all Owe Jordan Peele an Apology on the Movie Guys YouTube channel. It's a video. Go watch that.
Why do we owe him an apology? He didn't make the movie.
Mafia Quad, I'm cutting your pay.
Judas, I'm your moviegoer and savior. You can burn and butter in hell. Don't
I can burn and butter him.
All right, man. We appreciate your review, BT. Once again, you said 6 out of 10, right?
Yeah, 6 out of 10. I thought 6 out of 10 for me is like an entertaining but flawed movie.
Not bad. Not bad. All right, man. Well, we can keep it going. So, as I mentioned earlier, Movie Guys, we got hit up to review a film from Austrian filmmakers called The Trail. They emailed us, said, hey, we put out a movie last year. It's finally available internationally. It's on Amazon Prime. We would really appreciate it if you guys could review it and give us your thoughts. And I said, of course. We'll
No,
review it.
Wonton, you're missing something. They disrespected us. They spit in our fucking face.
But
They
wait,
said we want your unqualified opinion.
wait. Remember what Judas said. Judas said that may mean something different in their language. For them, saying you're unqualified may not mean you a bitch.
Yeah, I want to talk on that, man. There's some geographical locations, the language barrier, where we might take it's the same thing like, in Africa or some other place, they might say, "Oh, I'm a colored girl." If you say that in North America, we're gonna be like, "What the fuck do you mean by colored?" You know what I mean? An example would be Tyler the singer. She went into that whole debacle. So I'm just assuming that unqualified meant, in your amateur / y'all aren't like a corporation or entity. So I don't know. I don't know why they would diss us and then ask us to review the film.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I took it, right? I took it as they were saying, you guys aren't a professional media outlet, but we would still like your thoughts on the film. That's how I took it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with being amateurs at movie reviewing. Now,
Right,
do I
because
find myself
Well,
amateur?
Sensei's an amateur, and she got some fire.
Yeah, I love amateur porn. Like, would I consider myself an amateur reviewer? No, I'm the greatest of all time. But I understand the reach of the Movie Guys. We're at an amateur level, yes.
I like that.
Make it sound professional, at least like amateur.
Egg 25. Egg 2025.
I do want to mention, I don't know what their intentions are with our review. They may want to clip it and share it. So try not to say nothing too crazy, y'all, because I don't want us to look crazy out here in these streets. But yeah, I bring that up to say they sent us the film. Very thankful for that. And they asked for our thoughts on the film. So we watched it together. The movie is called The Trail. It came out last year, but it's available internationally as of this year. You can watch the movie on Amazon Prime right now. The synopsis, it says, a young woman embarks on a remote hiking trail in the Alps to cope with a trauma. In the midst of the rustic landscape, she is now not only confronted with her own fears, but also has to face an alien threat. I'll go ahead and open up the floor if anybody would like to give their thoughts on The Trail initially, what you thought about it, the good, the bad, anything you want to change, any questions you might have for the filmmaker.
Yeah. Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. What the fuck are you talking about? That shit
Oh, man.
Hey, Sweat.
Oh, my God.
Listen, I just had to get my get back for these folks calling us unqualified But all jokes aside, there was some sequences I enjoyed. The sequence in the woods, you guys know what we're talking about. We all watched it together. We all know that one sequence. That was a great sequence, very well executed. For me, ultimately, this just isn't my style of movie. The lack of dialogue is something that just makes it hard for me to get invested or really get attached to a movie, attached to a character. I understand she was a mute and things like that. I had the same issues with the movie Azrael that came out last year, which was a horror movie that got very much high praises. It had what's her face, Samara Weaving in that movie. Obviously, people know her. She's done a lot of horror stuff, and they got high praise from a lot of people. They didn't get high praise from me. Ultimately, not my cup of tea, but I do appreciate amateur filmmaker going out there doing what they want to do, chasing their dreams. And like I said, they had one very creepy sequence that I really, really enjoyed. There came a point in the second act, in the middle portion of the movie, that it was quite enjoyable. Outside of that, not much. Again, just not my style. When you talk about the lack of dialogue, I think there was one line of dialogue from like a side character in the movie. Ultimately, for me, we appreciate you reaching out, but I got to be honest, 4 out of 10, not my thing.
I can go next.
Good.
So, shout out to them for, sending us a screener copy. They didn't have to do that, so I do appreciate them offering a free copy for us to view. They definitely could have been on some, go stream the movie, but they said, hey, giving us a link, they didn't care about a monetary thing. To me, I think that is them genuinely wanting outreach and for people to give them constructive criticism. For me, I'm gonna come up with the movie that some of you may remember in the community. And a lot of time, can y'all hear me well? Because I'm on my phone.
Yes, we can hear you, Jim.
Yes.
A lot of people still ridicule Wonton and I. There was a movie that him and I both watched, and we had the entire group of people watch, called Lamb. Now, Lamb is where the narrative that JackMoveJohnny,
I like that movie.
E-Rock 97, even though he was born in 98, King Kiso, a whole bunch of people, Broken Games HDR, Booty Guts HDR. This movie Lamb is where the catalyst for why people say, oh, allegory, but the allegory, this is what started that shit. Because the movie Lamb was literally, I remember that night like it was yesterday. That was the first night I used the word allegory in the voice chat, and my life was never the same. So the reason I bring that up is because when I was watching this movie, I got the same remnants of what Lamb gave me. It's a very, very slow burn, And if you're not paying attention, you'll watch the movie and think, what the fuck was that about? You see what I'm saying? So I do think it does require the viewer to actually pay attention to what's going on. And sometimes I think what's a challenge for as a movie watcher, because I've never made a film, but I understand that for viewers, sometimes the challenge is looking at the movie and not having the movie detail exactly what's going on and what motifs are and what this is supposed to allude to. So I would say going into this movie, I would say you need to be an active watcher, because I do think that if you just casually watch it, you got your phone out, you kind of listening, but you're not really paying attention, you will walk away from this movie going, what the fuck was it about? So I just want to put a disclaimer there. What I do appreciate that this movie did was that it attempted to use the idea of first encounter as a dialogue for dealing with trauma. I'm never mad at movies creating something fantastical or extraterrestrial in nature to describe human emotions and feelings. I'll give an example of Beau is Afraid. The movie literally used schizophrenia, bipolar, and depression as the world was insane and crazy, and everything was crazy except for him. And they did that to show from the protagonist's point of view, this is how y'all look to him. You see what I'm saying? So they basically said we're not gonna say, oh, so and so's acting weird. We're gonna tip the scale to 11 and say the world is so crazy, and the only way we can portray how the protagonist views the world around him is making you think this is preposterous, and that's because it is to the character. A lot of people didn't like that. You know what I mean? So I say that to say I've seen movies do what they were going for. And I do feel as though for this to be I don't know what the budget was for the film. I don't know how many people were involved. So I appreciate what they were going for. To BT's point, there was one scene that was actually creepy as fuck.
Definitely.
When the I don't want to spoil it, but as the bio said, there is an alien contact. There was a scene where I think was shot very well. Like, it actually was a standout scene where all of us that were watching, we verbally said, okay, I'm sitting up in my seat now. So I will say there is a redeemable scene in this movie that I will remember. I'll always remember this movie for this scene. You know what I mean? I don't want to spoil it, but it's very unnerving. So I got to give them props for that. I don't know if they pulled from Body Snatchers or the movie Faculty. Like, I don't know exactly where they pulled from when it came to inspiration, but I think they did it very well. But yeah, as an amateur film, I think there are things that for the next film they're going to build upon. I would say to wrap it up, my pros and my cons. There's not enough dialogue. I do feel as though they spent too much time giving us the views of the scene. Like, there were a lot of times where I feel like we were watching skyline and we were watching trees and we were watching the transference of the day, and it felt like I was missing opportunity to really care about the character, if that makes sense. Like, it was some very pretty shots, but if we spend 15 seconds watching the sunset and then we see the character at a campfire and then we go to the next scene, it's kind of like, I need you to make me more invested. But like I said, well shot. Like I said, it had a standout horror element. I think I would give this a 5 out of 10.
Are we talking about the trail?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would give it. PT gave it a 4 out of 10. I would give this. A solid 5. A solid 5 out of 10. With keeping in mind that they aren't some big budget, Universal project. They are some Paramount project. So yeah, I think this was a valiant effort, and I do think that they're on the right track. I don't know if this was their first film, but if this was their first film, I think that they are starting on a really good path with trajectory.
Absolutely not.
Alex, I just want to piggyback off something that you said, because I didn't give it enough praise. I thought it was shot well. The scenery, whoever was in charge of picking the locations, phenomenal job on that. It was shot very well. And then order something a little bit constructive. Obviously, Alex touched on the themes around trauma and grief and things of that nature. I think it was a little bit heavy-handed, and they could have been a little bit more subtle with some of those things. Leave some things up to interpretation, because if y'all recall, there were a lot of things within the movie that I pointed out and called 20 minutes before they happened, because I thought it was pretty obvious with some of the places they were going. So if they were a little bit more subtle, I think it could have been better executed. But like Alex said, small independent film. That's why I didn't speak on the CGI and stuff like that. I thought, for given it's an independent filmmaker, it actually wasn't bad in that respect. It was almost on par with like War of the Worlds, which you know how I feel about War of the Worlds, 10 out of 10 movie of the year. But yeah, all in all, I agree with everything Alex said.
Who gave it? Who else gave their thoughts on this movie?
Just Alex
me
and
and
BT
BT
for
for
right now, but it sounds like you're very opinionated. Go ahead, brother.
I'm here to give my unqualified opinion on this shitty ass movie. It is
Wow.
it is a 3 out of 10. Okay, Alex, you was being nice to the movie. You know what this movie is, Alex? This movie is like when you talking to somebody and they think they're telling you something really deep, but the whole time, nigga, you bored and you've been bored since they started talking and you just don't give a fuck. This is what this movie is, nigga. Ever since the movie started, I don't give a fuck what's going on. The bitch ain't speaking. CGI terrible. And I'm gonna be real with you. I fell asleep like an hour in, 30 minutes in. 30 minutes in. This movie is ass. It's boring. I don't give a fuck if it was their first try. You need to go back to the drawing board, brainstorm some more. Not impressed. Not impressed at all. It's I don't think they what is this like a where they from? The person who made this movie, where the director from?
Austria.
Austria. Yeah,
You
I
probably don't know
guess
where
what I
Austria is on the
said.
map.
Didn't it start World War II or some shit? I don't know. Yeah,
I
something
think
like
that's
that.
how that.
How long was the movie?
Too damn long, nigga. It
I
was
It
a
was
think
only
nice
it
like
was
80
time.
just under
minutes.
2 hours.
No, it was
It was
80
a
minutes. It was a short
and
film,
it- yeah,
relatively. It was
and
about 80
that
minutes.
and even that was too long. That was too long. So yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, would
Okay.
never watch again. Would not recommend this movie to people. But that's just my unqualified movie critical opinion.
Yeah, keyword unqualified. Because I'll say this.
Yeah.
Red Cake is very, very critical of films, and lenient on others. But I mean, that's his thought. That's his opinion. I'm not mad at it. This is what I'll say about the film, which a lot has been said. I'll just say briefly. As indie filmmakers, I applaud them for what they did with this film. I thought it was shot well. Like they mentioned earlier, there were a few scenes in the middle and the later half of the film that were kind of creepy, just the way they were shot, and it had the vibes were right. The vibes were there. I just think overall, what really hurt this movie for me is a couple of key things that Alex and BT mentioned. We didn't get enough time to really care for the main character. When she was having moments of fear and trying to, survive, there was never really any tension of oh my god, I hope she lives, I hope she doesn't get hurt. You don't really care for the character. I feel like we don't get a lot of moments to really get to care for her. Also, the lack of dialogue. I think it works with some film, but not for the full runtime. I do think they could have benefited from some dialogue. And I was thinking to myself, maybe they didn't put dialogue because they had plans to release it internationally and they wanted it to be more accessible to people for different countries and different languages. So they chose to go the no dialogue route. But I don't know. I think it would have benefited from some dialogue. And I do think they maybe could have spent a little bit more time giving us background info on the main character to not only help us care about her, but also to set up the payoff that happens at the end of the film. I think it would have made it just a little bit more enjoyable. All that said, I gave this movie a 4 out of 10. This is a 4 out of 10 film.
Oh.
Otherwise, 2 out of 5 stars.
So we gave it the same rating. Why you being so? Why y'all being
we
so?
We did, but you kind of you gave all the negatives and no positives. So I just wanted to shed light on some of the positives.
There's not really positives. Yeah.
Well, there had to be some positives because you gave it a 4. If there were no positives, you would have.
Was this movie better than Flash?
No, Flash is way better than this movie. Flash is way. That's the first time I gave Flash credit. This movie's ass.
A lot of people hate the Flash because it's the cool thing to do. But anyway,
I can't say there wasn't no positives. That sequence in the middle was very well.
That's what I'm saying.
If
you give a movie a 4, that means there has to be some positives.
Y'all just trying to be nice.
Because if there were no positives, you would have gave it a 0.
The movie with nobody,
why you didn't give it a 0 then? If there's no positives.
Because it's not complete ass. It's not complete. It's ass.
So that means there was some
complete ass. I guess. Bro,
Mafia, what about you? Did you have any thoughts?
Look. But before my figure, I want to say this, y'all. This is like a student film. This would have felt like we were watching a student film, like a 15-minute movie that was stretched out to 90 minutes. Y'all just being real easy on it.
I mean, it's an indie film.
Easy.
I don't know. These are indie filmmakers. They're not backed by a huge studio.
This ain't no 17-year-old fucking kids put out this movie. Nigga, the grown ass men put out this shit. All right?
It doesn't matter.
No structure, no
indie movie is
no
indie
dialogue,
movie.
no interesting character dynamics, nigga. The movie is boring. Be real about that.
What? You interrupted Mafia. Mafia, go ahead, please.
So y'all pretty much covered anything I would want to say about the movie, so I'll just say this to the director. Where I think you could improve on your next work is try to make a story that we can some kind of way relate to. Because I think the best stories are the one where people can actually, put themselves in the movies and say, okay, I'm this character, I'm going through this. This movie you made, I couldn't put myself in it, and I really couldn't get into it. So that'd just be my advice. Maybe check out the 12 beat sheet. I think that'll be a good starting point on how you could structure your next story better to where it could be more relatable to your viewers. And my score for this movie was a 5.5.
That's too high, brother. That's way too high.
I will say too,
look,
oh, go ahead, Mafia. My bad.
This movie better than Jurassic World to you?
It's
But didn't you
easy.
give Jurassic World like a 4 or 5?
I think I gave it probably a 5.5 too.
What?
Maybe a D. No, I gave Jurassic World a D. So that's still higher than this.
Oh, so this be a F.
But yeah, like I was saying, to go out there to come up with something and put it out there for the world to see, that takes a lot of courage to do that, and I respect that. So that's why I get a half for, because hey, look, I don't know what you meant, but still, you put out something. We had parts we liked, majority we didn't, but still, you got room to grow. So with that, do your best on your next project.
And had the balls to reach out to content creators and tell them to react to it.
Facts.
And Wani, I know you have a line with them people. We'd love to have the director on and have a conversation with them, have a discussion. Just because we weren't the biggest fans of the movie, don't mean we wouldn't want to pick the mind of a filmmaker and understand your inspirations and how you came up in the kind of the filmmaking process and everything and what your plans are moving forward. So if you listen to this, we'd love to have you on the Movie Guys.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for providing us with the film for review. We really do appreciate it. Like BT said, we would love to talk further if you'd like to come on the show, or if you have any other films for us to review. But yeah, man, thank you again. The film is called The Trail. It is available on Amazon Prime right now. You can go watch the film and let us know your thoughts if you do watch it. Real quick, is that Alex, or is that BT in here twice?
The B stands for transmission.
Okay,
that's Judas.
Gotcha.
The T Alex running from the smoke. He know what's up. Don't let him play them games with you. He running from the smoke. I'll just say that. I'll keep it at that. We'll keep it moving.
Alex is known to be a runner.
He's a track star?
Yep.
Nigga, you could never beat it in.
Alex, where your mic so low?
It was never that girl, nigga.
Judas, your mic is low.
Yeah, I'm on my PC, bro. For some reason, my mic be low as hell on PC.
Hold on, I'll see if I can
straight.
turn it up.
It sounds straight over here for me.
I'm trying to see if I can turn. I can turn it up. Hold on.
He sounds he sounds low to me, at least.
Say something?
Is this better?
Not
A
really.
little bit.
All right. What about now?
A little bit.
What about now?
That's,
Keep going.
That's good.
Damn, nigga, pause. I got it up to 200.
That's
go
good for the pod.
That's good. It's
Keep
good. It's
going.
fine. It's good.
That's great. All right, I'll just talk loud. I'll enunciate.
Yeah, scream, baby. All right, man. Real quick, man.
Stop
If
fucking
you
me,
can,
nigga.
if you can, turn your cameras on, baby. We getting lit, baby. Come on, turn your cameras on.
Yo,
Let's see everybody see
I'm
on, man.
I'm camera shy.
Wani was on his
Come
camera
on,
earlier.
man.
All right, not happening.
We turning our cameras
You know what I'm
on.
saying?
All right.
Come on,
My
man.
whip. It's gonna be my laptop camera though. I ain't got my camera all hooked up and shit, bro.
I can't even see what I'm talking.
All right, 1 sec.
Come on, baby.
Let me put a shirt on so my titties ain't out.
Nah, you can shirtless like Red Pig. Come on.
Well, he's not as cute as me, so he can't pull it off.
Who not as
He
cute?
not. He
BT?
not.
He just got some
close, though.
eyes. All he got is some eyes. Nigga, everything
That's
else
all I
is
need,
bad
nigga.
built.
BT got green eyes with cataracts. I ain't gonna even use them right.
Oh shit, we got big whack move in this bitch.
Yo, what's good?
Hey.
What's popping?
Hold on.
How many corn
Hey, one
dogs?
time. One time,
I
look.
ate 2
One time,
corn
look.
dogs,
I'm Freddie Gibbs. I'm Freddie Gibbs.
Yo,
Why would you do that? Possess you to just do that.
One time, I'm Freddie
Freddie
Gibbs.
is crazy.
come on, man.
One time, look, I'm Freddie Gibbs.
Why
That's
did you
crazy.
just do that, brother?
I clearly missed a lot. I see. Okay.
Hey, welcome to movie guy.
Jack, are you
Hey,
fresh
Jack.
from the theater?
I am fresh from. Hey, one time you like a floating nugget in this bitch. What the fuck going on?
Hey man, I took inspiration from you, man.
You like a caramelized onion.
Galactic fucking yam head. What the fuck? Anyway, what's up, bro? Yeah, I'm fresh from
He's
the
like a
theater.
devil egg. What the hell?
Hey, look. All the niggas talking, they got their camera on. You see it, right?
He got a brown egg. He do look like one of them.
Turn your camera on right now.
From the Polynesian solar system.
Are you farm raised, my nigga? God, free range.
Camera on right now.
What's going on?
Nigga, grade A as hell. Look at him.
Are you USDA approved, my nigga? What's going on? Anyway, what's up, bro?
Oh,
Damn,
damn.
that's
It's
the
the protein
pod,
ass
man. We'll
nigga.
catch y'all in a couple of weeks. Hey, y'all been on my dick all day, man. My shit red, nigga.
Yeah, bro, my bad, bro. What's up,
Red, it
bro?
hurt.
Nigga pointed at healthy meal.
Oh,
Y'all remember
man.
singing Raisins? Now, what's up, man?
You know what? Hold on, man. I got something for y'all, man.
Oh my god.
What is going on?
Anyway, Jack, you had 2 corn dogs. How were they?
You know what? They
Fire.
were slightly better, still overbreaded, man. I don't know what's
Were they
going on with the
cooked
people that work there. No, they were well. There's so much bread, man. They gotta do better
Hey,
with that, bro.
hey, Jack. Before
What's
you
up,
get
bro?
into your review, tell them how you really felt about that movie we watched that night. Be
Oh, you
honest, like I
talking
was.
Oh, you talking about the joint?
Trails. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. It wasn't it.
You already gave
I
us-
left
wanted to
halfway
get another-
through, brother.
He
I'm
wants
about
to
to
see
say, you
another
fell asleep,
movie.
didn't you? You fell asleep or you left, right?
I definitely fell asleep a few times. I woke up and I was like, yeah, let me get the fuck out of here before I call the scene. It wasn't that, bro. Respectfully.
Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can play this right quick for y'all, man. Because
Uh-oh.
now that Jack is here, I got a couple things to say, man.
Oh, god damn it. What's up, man?
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
No, we
Oh,
don't.
yeah, Jack went crazy on you on his stream today.
Hey, so Jack, like, people know, right? Movie guys put you on the movies. You wasn't into the movies before the movie guys. And it's not just you. There's a lot of people in the community. So I want our props tonight. I want Jack to give us props tonight. We put you on the Blu-rays. You wasn't copping no 4K Blu-rays before the movie guys. You wasn't talking about movies before the movie guys. I put you on the 4K TVs. You remember that? I put you on the 4K TV. Before me, you had a goddamn plasma in your bedroom. Now you got a 4K jiggy TV thanks
Jack,
to me and Hardy.
When was your first Steelbook, Jack? When was your first
He
Steelbook?
thought Steelbook meant a nigga robbed the library.
This is crazy.
I just
Look,
want my props. I want our props.
I'm gonna say this like they always say: a lie, don't care who tell it. Wani, if you truly believe anything you just said, I applaud you, brother. I love you, brother. But I will say, movie guys, I'm gonna give y'all credit. Y'all did encourage me probably to start going to the theater more, right? But as far as collecting movies and no, one time you sound crazy. But respect, I still put respect on y'all.
I definitely put you on the 4K TVs.
That sounds crazy. No, you was giving me suggestions at one point. I remember that. I definitely remember that.
All right, salute.
You, Butch, Hard-8, yeah.
Well, Jack, now that you're here, I was going to save Black Phone for a little bit later, but I do want to talk about the film. Just to set the scene, I guess. I was supposed to go see Black Phone 2 today, bruh. But listen, man, when I tell y'all my stomach was fucked up, my stomach was fucked.
What you eat, Wani? Go on, tell them what you ate, bro. What you eat?
I don't
bro?
know. I don't know what happened. It just
You know what you ate, nigga. What you eat?
You ever had your stomach ever hurt so bad that it wake you out of your sleep? Like,
yes,
that's literally what happened. And I could not go back to bed.
I don't know. If it's not something you ate, you know what that means, right? My stomach only hurt.
It might have been. I don't know.
I ate something fucked up, or I don't want to do something. I don't want to do something. My stomach just start miraculously hurting, bro, like on some bubble gut shit. So you didn't want to see this movie, bro.
I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of didn't want to see it, but I was going to for the pod. You know what I mean? So, long story short, I didn't see the film, but I'll put it this way: depending how the reviews go tonight, I may go see it this weekend.
Okay.
I may go see it this weekend. from what I hear, Red Pig also didn't see the film because I was looking forward to his Instagram review with all the big words. I didn't see one. It
Damn.
looks like Red Pig canceled his ticket. That's what it looked like.
And
Well, I
and
couldn't
I'm
wait. I couldn't
really
wait yesterday. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like it.
That's
man.
He didn't feel
crazy.
like
and
it. He
I'm
didn't feel
really
like
excited to hear Jack's
I didn't want to go
review
alone.
because not to spoil none, he might get into it, but from what I heard, I really want to see how he feel like they went about some things. So yeah, I'm interested
What?
to see.
Okay.
Talking about Freddy Krueger 2.0.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Okay.
I said
Okay.
it first.
Real quick, shout out to Waterboy in the chat. Fuck Waterboy. He said Wonton is a white man, laughing my ass off. Waterboy, you look like Asian Rosie O'Donnell. Okay, you the last person that need to be talking about somebody's looks or their skin tones, and you're not even like the clean looking Asian. You look like a dingy Asian. You look like an Asian that got dropped on the carpet and you covered in hair and shit. That's
So
the kind of Asian.
he not Jackie Chan. He a Jet Li ass Asian. Okay,
Exactly. Yeah. Well, hold on. I love
Hey, Jet Li, that dude though. What we doing?
Jet
love
Li also got a dirty dick.
He looked like the Asian nigga from what's that shit shop like? The Raid. When them,
Hey, but
the Raid.
hold on, we can all keep it
Yeah.
real though. The dirty Chinese food always tastes the best though. That clean looking
Facts.
Chinese food don't hit for shit, bro.
that's
You gotta
true.
get that shit from
If
the
they
dirt.
got mice, the food is busting. That's just we know.
Yeah.
That's
As long as they ain't putting it in the food, I'm with it.
yeah.
Nah, they got the mice got to dip a toe in it. That's how you get the flavor for real.
That being said, I love Waterboy. Salute to Waterboy. Now, what was I about to say? Oh,
Black phone.
real quick before we do that, going back to what he just said. Listen, bro, it's the lighting. I got the light right on my. It's
You look
the
good,
lighting,
one.
bro.
Don't let us troll you, brother. You look good, brother. You look good, brother.
Look, man.
But you're not. You're a white.
You look
man.
a boiled
young
egg, dog.
black man.
You are white. You are white though.
Look a
I'm a
boiled
young
egg.
black man.
Wani look like
Crazy.
Belly Gang
I'm a
Cushion.
black man.
Hey, he kind of
like
do.
what?
What the fuck?
You look like what?
Belly Gang Cushington.
That rapper, he kind of do.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
All right,
That's
man. I
crazy.
love y'all. All right.
Hey, go turn the
Black
camera
in
back
the
on.
building.
Don't turn.
Yeah,
Black
egg,
phone
you,
too.
you fucking poached egg ass nigga.
So let's get a synopsis right quick. Black Phone, directed by Scott Derrickson. The first one came out. What was that, Jack? 2022, I think.
Yes.
From what I remember, that film is about a serial killer / kidnapper. He's kidnapping kids around the neighborhood. They go missing. He ends up kidnapping this one kid. Well, let's not spoil it because some people may not have seen it yet. But long story short, that's what it's about.
Black
It's about a
phone.
serial
Black
killer
phone 1 or
/
Black phone
kidnapper.
2.
I'm just setting up the franchise right now. So
Okay,
Black
okay,
Phone
okay.
1 is about the kidnapper / serial killer called The Grabber. This film, the sequel, Black Phone 2, which is came out just this weekend, there's a direct follow-up to that film. Now, I want to ask Jack, is there a time skip in this film? Did they mention that at all?
Yes.
There's a
It
time
just
skip.
this take place in 1982. The first movie was in 1978.
Okay. So a few years. Okay.
4 years afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, so this movie is a direct follow-up. I'll go ahead and get a synopsis. It says, bad dreams haunt 15-year-old Gwen as she receives calls from the Black Phone and sees disturbing visions of 3 boys being stalked at a winter camp. Accompanied by her brother Finn, they head to the camp to solve the mystery, only to confront the Grabber, a killer who's grown even more powerful in death. So this is the sequel to Black Phone, like we said. I haven't seen the film yet. I know Jack saw it. Did anybody else see the Black Phone too?
I saw it.
Mafia saw it. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into the reviews. Real quick, Jack, let us know, because I wasn't a big fan of the first film. I thought it was okay, but at the time you were kind of hyping it. I was expecting more. It didn't blow my socks off. It was a little underwhelming. What are your thoughts on the Black Phone franchise as a whole, and what are your thoughts on this movie?
Okay, so first off, I rewatched the Black Phone today. And like I was saying in my stream today, man, that movie to me personally, it's as close to a flawless for what they were trying to accomplish. I think it's as close to a flawless movie as you can get, right? I don't really have no complaints about that movie, from the performances to the story to the way it was paced. I think it's, as far as like a thriller / kind of horror film, I thought it was an excellent film. It's real cinema, if you ask me. You know what I mean? So going into the Black Phone 2, I was definitely hyped. I kind of temper my expectations because at first, a lot of reviews coming out, oh, this is one of the greatest movies. Next coming to Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Then some of the other reviews coming out recently, like, it's all right, right? So I didn't know how to feel. I went in with tempered expectations. So Black Phone 2 definitely takes place 4 years after the first movie. You know what I mean? Finney was kind of the main character in Black Phone 1. He was kind of, a weakling at first. He was letting people bully him, beat his ass and whatnot. And he had a homie, Robin. He told him, like, bro, you're going to start defending yourself. Like, he's seeing Robin beating up the school bullies and fucking them up. And Robin, whatever ended up happening to Robin in the first movie. So in this new movie, Finney, Finney walking around the school like fucking Suge Knight. You know what I mean? He beat, now he the bully. Now he beat niggas the fuck up. You know what I mean? He already got that reputation. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I did. So he got that reputation, but of course he's still haunted by, the visions of what happened to him. His little sister, especially, Gwen, his little sister. She been the MVP of the whole franchise, you ask me. But as y'all know, Gwen, she has visions in her dreams. She can see the future, low-key see the past. She can see everything, right? And she helped solve the case in the first movie, you know what I mean? And she's now having some real crazy nightmares. They haven't stopped, and he came back. So, like they said, she had nightmares of 3 lost boys from this not summer camp, but like a what is it?
They called it a winter camp.
Yeah, winter Christian camp, right? So, she convinces Finney to go out there and see what's going on with that. I enjoyed this movie, man. I definitely enjoyed Black Phone 2. I'm gonna say I don't like it as much as the first movie, but this is not a bad movie. Definitely not a bad movie. I'm not giving it a bad review. This movie has a lot of imagery, though, because, of course, the grabber, he's not in the same capacity as he was in the first movie. So this movie deals with, like, a lot of dream sequences, a lot of certain imagery. And I probably wouldn't like this movie if all that imagery didn't pay off at the end. I think it does, though. You know what I mean? I think they did a good job setting up. I don't know if they're going to make another movie because I feel like this movie did close a lot of loose ends that the first movie set up. Like they mentioned how her mother, Gwen, got that ability from her mother. You found all this out in the first movie. Her mother could see like the future and whatnot, and her mother ended up, committing suicide. So this answers a lot of questions about that. You get a lot of backstory. You get a lot of backstory on the grabber, his origins, and I don't want to spoil the movie, of course, but I thought the performances was good. All the main actors returned. You got Finney. I think his name is like Mason Thames or some shit.
Yeah, he was in the new How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, my sister was telling me about that. Then Madeline, what's her name? Madeline. What the fuck is her name? I don't know. Anyway, Gwen's actress. She the star of the show, bro. Like she basically like the main character. Like she the star of the show. I can see her being big in these movies. I can see old buddy, Finney being big in these movies, man. They next up, bro. But I enjoyed the performances. I enjoyed it. Had some comedy segments, you know what I mean? Not too much. It didn't hop off the porch like Megan or no shit like that. And yeah, bro. Thumbs up. Y'all go see that.
So Jack,
but you do gotta see the first movie though. You do gotta see the first movie. Don't go in without
direct
doing
sequel.
So is that a single thumbs up or 2 thumbs up?
Oh, you know what? But can I do this? Can I give it 1 thumbs up with like a half of a thumbs up? Can I do that? Can I do that one?
Okay.
You can do that.
Okay, all right. I give this 1.5 thumbs up.
Okay.
So Jack, I'll say this. I think they can do another movie. They just gotta branch out to other people now.
Oh, but Gwen the one with the visions though. How they gonna do that?
That's the thing though, Jack.
Man,
They can't be the only people
what's up,
in the world who have
talk
that.
about how the narrative that I'm hearing that this is what Red Pig said, a fake Freddie Blank. Talk about that, like, because what I'm one of the biggest Black one haters. So for you to tell me, and I'm gonna keep it a beam. Jack Move streamed today. Shout out Jack Move. Go watch his streams when he stream. Whatever. He's streaming E33, right? This nigga has the audacity to say, every time I watch Black Phone 1, it's one of those movies where it's like I never saw it. It's like I find something new to love about it every time.
I love that movie, dog.
I don't know how. I don't know. Cinema. I can't determine if it's because you have a kink for getting beat by an oily white man at the top of the stairs,
a little bit everything,
or if you genuinely have trauma as a kid for saying, "Nigga, I used to get my ass beat, and this shit speaks to my soul." However you get your feeling, cool. I'm never mad at a Twinkie. But for you to go off of Black Phone 1, which you deem is one of the greatest horror films in the past decade, at least.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
For you to go from that movie, based in reality, it's a grounded movie.
Yes, it is.
To an
Yes,
extent.
it is.
For you to go from that to a Dollar General Freddy Krueger, you don't have, like, I know you said you didn't like it as much as the first one, but that just like Megan 2, you said, yo, you can't just go from semi-serious to all comedy, nigga. This ain't Scary Movie 3. This is Megan 2. I gotta hear a little bit more. Like, there's no way that you were really disappointed about it because you were a Freddy Krueger stan.
Okay, you know what? So you are right.
You wanted movies to try stuff different?
Alex?
I don't think he heard you.
You said you are right. I didn't say anything.
No, I said, but then you say earlier you want movies to try stuff different.
What did he say?
He said, didn't you say you wanted movies to do different things?
Let me leave and come back because I can't hear him. I'll be back.
All right.
Oh, well, to answer your question though, Jack, she can't be the only person in their world that has that kind of gift. So, well, really, you don't even have to have like a new set of characters having those gifts. He can still be there and other shit can go on.
Yeah, I mean, she would have to be in the movie still. I just feel like if they overdo it, it might get corny. But to say what Alex, well, I might as well wait till Alex get back. If he get back, what the fuck? But is he going to come back, brother? Is he there, Alex?
Yeah, can I hear Mafia say something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs.
Come on, bro. You got to stop doing that, brother. You got to stop doing that.
Well, I'm the only one with a camera on. Like, what'd you say, Mafia?
I was saying, but then you say earlier you like him. Well, not like, but you said movies should try different things.
Yes, I'm asking Jack Move from his personal opinion. I'm also the nigga that didn't like Black Phone 1. So I'm asking somebody who loved it to tell me I feel like the disappointment got to be a little bit more than, I didn't like it as much. I'm like, I feel like it got to be too derivative.
I'm not disappointed. It does have thematic changes, you know what I mean? But I could say it's more of a natural progression, you know what I mean? And I did, one of the things I liked about the first movie was that it was grounded. So you're right about that. I like the setting. But you know, it's like it's different than Freddy Krueger, but it's definitely giving Freddy Krueger, if I'm being honest, they definitely some of the lore they trying to write into the story, like how the grabber get his powers off of fear of other people. So they definitely is heavily inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not doubting that at all. Now, one problem I will say with this movie, now that you mentioned it, this nigga not Freddy Krueger, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like Freddy Krueger, he wanted him one night. The grabber, cool, but he don't give off the same fear factor as Freddy Krueger. It's like
he not shape shifting and shit, right?
No, I haven't seen him. Okay, he a sassy nigga in one of those Spider-Man 1 mask, bro. Like, I beat the shit out the grab. Like, I don't see how they be getting fucked off by buddy. Like, what the hell? But yeah, bro. And one thing different than like, yeah, he do come to people in their dreams. Now, really, he only come to like one person in their dreams. Maybe you could say two, but like Freddy Krueger, you got to pull him out your dreams or be in a dream with him for him to fuck you up. The grabber not like that, bro. If one person dreaming, the grabber can come and punch a nigga that's sitting next to him in the fucking face and they go get the damage. You know what I mean? Like, he on some different type of time.
Yeah, so he got splash damage with his
low key.
But Jack, I don't even think you need to be asleep, because remember that one scene when the dude was talking on the radio?
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, you might not even got to be asleep with buddy. Like, he making up his own rules. He might fuck around, call you on the phone. You ain't even the one supposed to be getting the phone calls. He socking niggas out while they wide awake. Like, this nigga, he different, bro. It's definitely not a bad movie though, bro. It's definitely not a bad movie.
All right, I got a question for you. On a franchise level, do you think they will be biting off more than they can chew if they try to make him the next Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Scream Mask? Do you feel like they'd be trying to do too much if they tried to make a franchise off of him?
I feel like they wrapped up the story with this one, man. I don't know. Like Mafia was saying, that if they try to do some shit to where, Gwen not the only one with those type of abilities, he reaching out to other kids and nah, bro. I'm not trying to see that shit, bro. Like, don't make it too like corny, you know what I mean? Like, bro, they doing this shit again, bro. Like, what? Like, this movie felt different enough to where I could see them making it, you know what I mean? And the first movie didn't really need a sequel, but I'm not mad at
you. Feel like this is a good spot to not accidentally milk the franchise.
I would really just have to hear a script of the next movie. Like, if the script makes sense, I'm with it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be opposed to it.
So, Judas, like I was telling Jack, I think if you branch it out, just don't stick with this family, move it around, you can make the story work. You don't even have to be the same grabber. It could be somebody else.
Oh, you know the problem too, though.
You just described Insidious as a
you know the problem with this movie too, though. They kind of wrote themselves in a corner because I don't think the grabber in the first movie he had like 5, technically 6 victims, and then in this movie they showed like 3 victims that he might have had previous. I don't think he killed nobody else before or after that. You know what I mean?
But
so I think he just got the 8 victims. Like
he can keep going to the next movie though.
I mean, I guess, but he would have to be purely in niggas' dreams at that point. I mean, I guess they could.
Can I ask y'all a question that kind of builds off of this?
Go for it.
Before we get into the next review, if anybody else saw it, can y'all think of a person or a movie that y'all feel like was a wasted opportunity of creating a franchise from?
Oh, Megan 2,
space.
Megan 2.
No,
so you feel like that was the last they squandered it.
They lean way. Well, Megan 1 got comedy. They lean way too far into the action comedy, bro.
Megan 2 was a fun watch. It was a fun.
But compared to the first one, though, man,
the first one is definitely better.
The first one's better.
Apparently, Jack Megan 2 is getting a sequel.
Really?
That's what I heard.
I mean, they set up for it at the end.
I feel like they just hopped too far off. Like if it would have stayed like horror comedy, like the first one, bro, maybe a little bit of action.
It went to action comedy.
Yeah, bro, it just hopped too far off the porch, bro. Like it's like zero horror in that movie now, bro. It's like what the fuck? Like, come on, dog.
You know what? A movie that I wish they kind of built upon. Fuck, I'm gonna come back to.
Judas, I got one for you.
I just blanked though. Fuck,
Judas.
I got one for you, Judas. The Conjuring.
It just came out too. I'm gonna come back to it. Damn, I just blinked.
I don't think he can hear you again, but
they made the Conjuring a franchise though. He's saying movies that could have
they don't have mad. Yeah, they don't have mad sequels. Like,
he's talking about movies that squandered away an opportunity to become a franchise.
What's that other movie called? Not Insidious, but the other one with the
Sinister. No,
Sinister. Yeah.
Oh,
they had a Sinister 2. Yeah, they had a Sinister 2, but it was terrible.
I don't like none of the possession. I don't like none of the possession.
Sinister had potential though.
The first Sinister was good. The second one was not.
Oh, is Talk to Me considered like a possession? I like Talk to Me. That's probably the only movie like that.
Talk to Me. They could definitely do a sequel to Talk to Me for sure.
I think
I'll fuck with that movie. I like that one. I do like that.
I think that's already been confirmed. They're doing a sequel,
bro. Alex, yes. Buck and Mafia Quad talking. Can you hear me?
Judas,
he fucked off again, bro.
Alex, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Was somebody else talking?
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm telling you, StreamYard is fucking up,
dog. It's just
like
open spaces with no.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. What was happening earlier.
I can hear everybody.
We're gonna try to switch to a different program for the next.
Yeah, because StreamYard is fucking ass.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
You might gotta leave and come back again, Alex.
Jesus, this is fucking garbage.
Wani, can you get on camera again? Wani actually like you on camera, bro. You gave your podcast a professional look. Don't let my trolling get to you. Don't let my trolling get to you, dog. Come on, bro.
I can't. I chipped my tooth last week.
Don't get gaslit by a nigga to get off camera, bro. Don't let them.
I chipped my tooth last week. I can't get on.
You can't let nobody knock you off your pivot, baby.
Let me ask you something, Jack.
What's up, bro?
You say you like the first movie better?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm because I've been seeing mixed things. Some people saying this movie's better. Some people saying the first movie's better.
They're relative.
It's no way in hell they think. You know what I say though, Wani? Why I think the first movie is better? It's kind of what Alex was saying because a majority of what you saw in the first movie was like happening in real time. Like,
yeah,
you know, of course you get the dream sequences and shit like that. So take the dream sequences from the first movie and make that a majority of this movie. You know what I mean? And I like the dream sequences. Don't get it twisted, but it's like. I don't know,
it's
bro.
It's better when it's actually happening.
Yeah, bro. Or like, yeah. I'll say
that was the complaint with Smile 2. A lot of the stuff
I actually like Smile 2
was like, I mean, yeah, but a lot of the complaints with Smile 2 was that some people were frustrated that a lot of stuff that happened in that movie didn't actually happen.
That's what I'm saying. They was pump faking so much to a point to where I didn't even know what was a dream and what wasn't, though. You know what I mean? They overdid it, bro. I was like, damn, this whole shit was like, come on, bro. Like,
I'll say while they did overdo it, they did execute it well. Like it was still entertaining.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It was still entertaining to watch.
I like Smile 2.
Well, Mafia, let's get your thoughts on Black Phone 2, since you're the only other person that saw it so far.
Okay, I like the story in this one. They continued in a way that didn't seem forced. Like when they made connections to certain characters, it didn't seem like they were just bullshitting. Like I could legit believe, okay, this can happen with how you gave me the first movie. I would have made one change pertaining to the grabber and how his powers work, but other than that, that's cool. I liked how Finn is still dealing with some of the aftermath of the first movie, where he didn't just come in this movie all like, well, I got over that shit. No,
Wait,
it's like,
Hard Eight's in
nah,
the movie?
huh?
Hey,
Say it again?
hey, Mafia. Finn not as likable in this movie either, bro. I'm gonna be real, dog.
I was
The
fucking with
you
him
just
more.
said the grabber, right?
Bro,
Say it again?
what'd you say? Mafia, can you hear Tarek?
Yeah, I was saying Tarek keeps saying something then jumping off. I can't hear what he's saying. What'd you say, Tarek?
I said Hard Eight's in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's one way to put it.
Keep going, Jack. My bad.
No. I was just gonna say I really like Finney in the first movie, but like you said, he was traumatized. He was kind of awesome. He was real standoffish in this movie. Like he don't really fuck with too many. I mean, I guess you would be like that if you got abducted and all that, maybe. But I don't know. I kind of just like that. And then my problem with Finney, not to cut you off, might be quiet, but
you good. You good.
Like Gwen literally, her visions is what saved you, right? Now she come to you like, I got nightmares, I'm having visions. And you like, he pretty much like, yeah, fuck that shit. Like, brother, you know what she can do, bro. You know what type of power she possesses, bro. And you just acting like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. That's
bullshit. What I would kind of expect for somebody who kind of went through that bullshit he did. It's just like, I kind of see him like he's becoming his dad, like in the first movie.
No, that's true. Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of like a cool parallel. Like that he was a badass. I like he was fucking people up. I especially liked him at the end of the movie without spoiling, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I like how they changed his character. And I think they could have resolved it a little bit better other than just like that one little scene, but still it worked for me. Let's see. Okay, another thing I didn't like about the movie. The horror did not hit the same as the first movie.
That's a fact.
I guess because I'm already familiar with it. I didn't like the fact that the grabber, he wasn't in the movie enough for me. Like that one scene with the radio, I kind of wanted that shit throughout the movie because at that point he felt like he was an actual threat because I'm just like, damn, how do you stop him? But he was just kind of like, he wasn't a big enough force. He wasn't Freddy.
I got that, yeah. This movie did a lot of like this movie did like a lot of build up too. Like I seen people complain like the first half of the movie real slow. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't go into this movie without seeing the first one, bro. I guarantee you're not gonna like this movie if you don't watch the first one, bro. I guarantee you. Like because you just gonna be like, what the fuck is like, what is this, bro? Like, you definitely gotta watch that first one.
Like facts. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I'm giving this one a B. For me, it's relative. The first movie is a little bit better, but they're still relative to each other. That's it.
I agree.
Did you say a B? What'd you say?
Yeah, B. I gave the first movie a B, and I'm giving this one a B because to me they're pretty much relative. The first movie, for me, just executed the horror better.
Gotcha. Okay.
I remember the movie I was talking about that I wish was a franchise. Or no, I wish they made it more of I wish they handled it better. I feel like Candyman could have been a really dope franchise outside of the like one movie and then.
Are you talking about the original You talking about the original sequels or this new reboot they just tried to do?
That's what I'm saying. I think they could have had like a Candyman 1, 2, possibly 3 if they did it well. But it all we got was that sorry ass reboot.
Oh wait, can you hear me now?
I can see that. Can you hear Mafia quiet? Alex?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Oh, mine was Sinister.
Okay.
But Waterboy brought up Brightburn. I forgot about
Brightburn. That's my shit. I love Brightburn. Yeah, I was hoping they had a sequel to that.
Now I can't hear somebody else. Who just said Brightburn?
Me?
No, that was a chat. That's a chat.
I was like, God damn, this shit fucking up.
Bro, I wish they would have made a sequel to Brightburn, bro. I like that movie a lot.
Brightburn was dope because that little kid was evil as fuck.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't support it.
Trash. We watched it in Discord. It was better than Antlers.
One of the few movies I purchased recently.
I went and saw that motherfucker.
That was a phenomenal twist on the Superman story and like a realistic, like how that shit probably would have went.
That's a short movie. I think that movie like 80 minutes. That's a short movie. Like it go by quick, bro. Like
you know what's crazy too about that film?
So what's our next?
I think James Gunn's brother made that shit. He like produced it. That shit better than the new Superman.
Hold on, I thought James Gunn worked on that movie too, though. His brother.
No, he just put his name on it.
James Gunn was a producer.
Oh my god.
James Gunn was a producer. His brother wrote and directed. I'm pretty sure is what it was.
What the? Oh, that's why I thought. Because I was looking at the credits. I'm like, damn, did James Gunn direct this? That must have
James Gunn has like 2 or 3 other brothers. I think all of them worked on that movie.
I must have seen their brother name and thought it was him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the confusion.
I think they did. His name is on the movie too in some.
Yeah. I thought I had. Okay, that movie's fire, bro. I fuck with.
I think he just produced it. He might have helped with some story shit. Well, thank you again, Jack and Mafia, for your thoughts on Black Panther 2.
Yes, sir.
Jack, while we have you, and obviously, feel free to go after you're done with your reviews. But I know you saw Roofman.
Absolutely.
That nigga Wonton said Jack won out his welcome already.
I know. He said kicking me out. That's crazy.
No, it ain't that. I know how Jack go, man. He get to the house, he wanna wind down, get a little bit of get a riblet sandwich, So
that's a fact.
If you don't want to sit in the pod for the rest of the show, I won't hold it against you. But while you're here, I would like to go ahead and knock out the review for Roofman and get your thoughts as well, since I didn't get a chance to see it yet. Why am I seeing Alex on here twice? What the hell?
Bro, this shit is annoying. Can y'all hear me now?
Who the fuck is that in that picture, brother? Who is that?
That's Jack. Bro.
That's not Jack.
Come on, bro.
This shit I kept leaving and coming back. It's like I would hear one person and I wouldn't hear nobody else. I kept asking, I was like, are y'all talking? I couldn't hear nobody.
Yeah, this shit weird. But
we get on StreamYard next episode, nigga. I'm sick of this.
It kicked Tarek off.
Yeah. We done with the StreamYard shit, man. We low-key, we might need to go back to Discord or OBS since it's free. And I just got to figure out how to set up OBS. I'm gonna hit up BGO or somebody. Let's talk about Roofman. I do plan on seeing this. I just haven't had a chance. I think I'm gonna go see it tomorrow or Sunday. But this is the new film starring Channing Tatum. It's actually based on a true story. From what I understand, the story is about I don't know if this is his real name, but in the movie, his name is Jeffrey Manchester.
That's his real name.
Okay. Yeah, so from what I understand, he was a former military guy. He was a thief, and he ended up going to prison, but he escaped prison. And once he escaped, he hid out inside of a Toys R Us, and he basically lived there for months. Nobody knew, and he was surviving on the food and stuff inside the store. And then he would go around robbing McDonald's. And I believe they called him the Roof Man because he would come down from the roof on the McDonald's. So they made a movie about it. It's I think it's a comedy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, dramedy. Yeah, you can say that.
Dramedy. Okay. Yeah. So they bring some humor to it, but that's the synopsis. Again, it's based on a true story. Let me go ahead and read the synopsis for the film. So it says, after escaping from prison, former soldier and professional thief Jeffrey Manchester finds a hideout inside of a Toys R Us. However, when Jeffrey falls for a divorced mom, his double life starts to unravel. I don't know if that part actually happened. Actually, you know what? It did. Yeah, that shit did happen. I read about the story because I think they said that's how they caught him. Because he got too comfortable when he was with that woman. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and start with Mafia. What were your thoughts on Roofman?
No, I really like Roofman. Particularly, I like the character Jeff. He was a very likable and funny character. I think Channing Tatum's portrayal of him really kind of made me want to root for Jeff. Like, going back to it, his whole purpose for doing all this illegal shit is just to take care of his family because he wants to be a good father. And while I'm not a father, I can't relate to wanting to help out people you care about. So that was pretty cool. I liked his story. After he gets caught, well, I get that might not be a spoiler. After he gets caught,
that's not a spoiler.
Okay, he got caught the first time. He broke out of jail, basically to try to make things work with his original family, but shit's not just gonna work. So he meets this woman, and basically he's trying to start over his life with a new family. And I think seeing that, I think the movie did a good job at executing that, because by the end of it, it's like, damn, I really hate this happened to him. I really wanted him to win in the end, but unfortunately, shit just don't work out like that. I'll say this is the one negative I had for the movie. It gets kind of long in the tooth. So I think it
You
was
think
like
so?
2.
You think so?
Towards the end, it kind of got long in the tooth.
Okay.
But for the most part, I like this movie. I had to run it back. So I'd say I get it's like a B plus, if not an A minus.
Not a bad score. I plan on seeing it because y'all gave some good thoughts on it. I've been seeing good things. What about you, Jack?
Man, the only thing I got to say is free my nigga Jeffrey Manchester. Okay, this movie is cinema, people. I fuck with Roofman, dog. Now I knew from the trailers, I'm like, I want to see that. I see the trailer 2-3 times. I'm like, I gotta see that. I feel like that might be, you know what I mean, one of them ones, bro. This movie, I ain't gonna lie, bro. By the time this movie got towards the end, bro, I damn near want to shed a thug tear, bro. This is one of the most tragic fucking stories I've seen in my goddamn life, bro. And the fact that this is a true story makes it even crazier, right? Now, after I watched this movie, I went back because I always liked it when I see a biopic or whatever the fuck. I do like to go back and see what was changed, what was left out. The major difference in this movie is that the way he got arrested and the way he got caught a few times is totally different, right? They made it cute for the movie's sake. So that's not the exact same. And when he broke out of jail, he was hiding in, he also hid in Circuit Cities, which they didn't really touch on that. I guess that wouldn't have added shit to the movie, but he also hid in Circuit Cities along with the Toys R Us. But this was a dope fucking movie, bro. Dope movie. Depressing. This is just a depressing ass movie. It had great comedy. It got a great actors in it. It had my girl. What's my girl from goddamn Spider-Man, bro? What's
Kristen Dunst?
Kristen Dunst. She's still kind of sexy. I ain't gonna hold you. Even at she about 40 something now. She look good,
she married
bro.
to Jesse Plemons, old boy from Breaking Bad.
What? I just seen him in a trailer to a movie tonight. What the fuck? Oh,
yeah, they married.
Oh, he knocking that down. Hey, that's a W. My guy Peter Dinklage is in the movie. So the unique thing about Roofman was that even though he was a filthy criminal, I mean, it is what it is, but he was a polite criminal, right? He didn't want to do too much damage to people. What he used to do was, because he went to the military, like you said, but he really didn't have a real skill set. The only skill he really had was that he was very tactical and he was good at observing shit, right? So he peeping deficiencies around him. So he noticing, how he could break into the McDonald's and shit like that. But he would put the workers in the freezer and shit. But he'll hold them up at gunpoint. But he was so nice. Hey man, you got your coat, bro? You need a coat? You want me to? You know what I mean? So he was like a nice ass dude for real. But he just had, just had money problems at the end of the day. And he broke out of jail, linked up with a whole new situation. I don't want to ruin the movie. I don't feel like it was long in the tooth like Mafia Quad said. I kept wanting to watch it, bro. Like, it just seeing the lengths he was going through to stay out of jail in the wild. He did a lot of wild shit, which I'm not gonna even get into. This movie also got Lakeith Stanfield in it. He like his best friend. It's like his best. Yeah, that was his partner from the army or whatnot. Hey man, I highly recommend this movie. That's what I'll say. I don't want to spoil it.
Fire. Real quick, I was reading about him. My bad. Go ahead, Alex.
I was gonna ask, do you feel like this is one of the movies that probably would have done really well as a TV show?
Ooh, I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough content to make it a whole TV show. Maybe a mini series or some shit like that.
Like 6 episodes.
Yeah. It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been a whole TV show.
I can see them making episodic, like what shit he gonna get into today.
Yeah, you probably had.
That would have been a good show. But yeah, I was reading about him. It says after he got recaptured, after this whole Roofman shit, he tried to escape again in 2009.
Yeah,
and then he tried to escape
twice. He tried to
escape again in 2017.
Yeah. The nigga's crazy. That's for damn sure. Nigga definitely crazy.
They said his current release date is December 2036. So he got 11 years?
Oh, I didn't even say, bro. I ain't gonna tell you how much time this nigga got for the McDonald's robberies, but listen, I'm gonna say this: my cousin murdered somebody, and he didn't even get as much time as this nigga Roofman got. Okay, like I was like, God, they gave this nigga a jersey number for real. So the fact that he actually might get out of jail within the next decade is fucking crazy to me.
No, isn't that for parole?
Yeah, that's for parole. That's for parole. But I'm saying though, Mafia Quad, the first set of crimes he did. And I think they ain't even charged him for. He robbed like 45 McDonald's. Like I don't even think he got charged for all them bitches. They gave that.
No,
nigga
they didn't.
They gave that nigga. And then when he got caught, that stack on top of us. So it's like the fact that he might actually see the light of day again is phenomenal to me, bro. On top of him trying to escape 2 more times, like, bro, this dude was crazy, bro.
Shit, after this movie, someone probably gonna try to get him out. Shit, Trump might spring him.
Oh, that'll be fine. Trump do like friend niggas that did the shit. I need that, bro. Get my man's out, bro.
They say he's 54 right now, so if he
he can still live a life, man. He can still live a life.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out, man. Y'all check out Roofman, bro. It's playing in theater right now. All right, man. We keep it going, Jack. Appreciate you coming on. Like I said, feel free to stay.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Well,
what's the next topic? I might can't contribute nothing else. I've seen all the movies I didn't already.
A lot of these. So we got reviews from Mafia. BT saw some joints we didn't get his thoughts on. And then we're gonna talk about Good Fortune. Fire comedy that you was hating on.
Yeah, let me get the fuck out of here.
Mafia enjoyed it, by the way. And then we're gonna finish up with Tron Ares.
I'm tearing Tron Ares up.
Ooh, okay. So you know what? Let me bow out gracefully. I appreciate y'all boys for having me. I will be listening on my television, and there you go.
Appreciate you, Jack.
I hope I did y'all right, man. Appreciate y'all boys, man.
Appreciate your reviews.
Appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. All right, y'all.
So Wani,
yes, sir.
Burner from the Discord, he sent a quick review for Kiss of the Spider Woman. If you want me to run through that real quick.
Go ahead. Hold on, let me pull up some details on that real quick. That's the new movie from Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
I believe it's a remake too. Let me pull it up on all of it. What the hell is it? Here we go. Kiss of the Spider Woman. It says, oh yeah, so it's based on a 1992 musical. It says a political prisoner named Valentine shares a cell with a man named Molina. They form an unlikely bond as Molina recounts a Hollywood musical plot. You can go ahead and give us Burns your thoughts on that film.
All right. So Burns said, "Great for gay people or women. Not enough ass shaking for J-Lo to entertain straight men forced to watch this with their girls or family. In my case, he gave it 5 out of 10."
Yeah. I will say I haven't heard much about this movie, and lately it seemed like people have just been shitting on Jennifer Lopez movies,
bro, because she's always been ass.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say rightfully so. She's not really the only movie I fuck with her in was Selena, and some people don't even like her in that. So shout out to Jennifer Lopez. She's a fucking vampire. The bitch is 60, but she look fucking 45. Salute. Mafia.
Yes, sir.
I really need your thoughts on Good Boy. I think BT saw this as well. Good Boy. This is one of the most hyped horror movies of the year. When the news first came out about this movie, the trailer, I saw niggas online telling myself, "This looks amazing. This plot is amazing. A horror movie with a dog. Oh my god." I'll be honest. When I saw the trailer, I thought this shit looked garbage. This looks like a horrible. So who the fuck want to see a horror movie from the perspective of the dog? And then it's not even really from the dog's perspective. You just seeing the dog reaction. Like you're not actually seeing it from his viewpoint. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
Let me do the synopsis right quick, and then we can get into the review. So Good Boy, this is a new horror film. The synopsis says a man moves into a new home that has supernatural forces lurking in the shadows. As dark entities start to threaten him, his brave dog comes to the rescue. Mafia, what were your thoughts on Good Boy?
I'm pissed I let Burn talk me into seeing this bullshit.
I
don't know who thought it would be a good idea to make a movie from the perspective of a dog. That literally made no sense. It didn't add anything new. And while I was at this movie, the only people who had any kind of reaction were white women. Everybody else just sitting there just like stone face. I'm like, this can't just be me. And it wasn't. The movie Fortunately, the movie is very short. It's not long, so you don't have to sit there long with it. But the horrors, the parts that were meant to be scary, they don't hit at all. They are predictable, not scary. The story is subpar. All it is, oh, my owner, he's sick. We're gonna move to his granddad's house. Oh, well, granddad's house is like haunted. You know, he died there. It's like, oh no, it'll be fine. And we're seeing this muck monster shit. I don't know, man. I'm pissed at Burn for making me see this. This was not. This took like what 40 months or some shit to make. Some movies just don't need to be made. Do not see this. Do not stream it. This is a skip for everybody. Alex, not all things need to be tried. Giving this an F, Wani.
Damn. F is crazy. BT, what about you, brother?
Yeah, so this was a movie that made a lot of noise on festival circuits late 24 into 25. Got its release earlier this month, or sorry, last month, late last month, early this month, or whatever. I'll be a lot more generous than Mafia Quad. I'll say there wasn't scary at all, but there was one good jump scare that actually got me. Mafia, if you know where the dog's at the top of the stairs looking down into the basement and the owner's sitting at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, the owner just runs up on all fours like a damn dog himself up the stairs. That was a good jump scare. I will say the dog in this movie was a very good actor. That was the best actor in the movie. The Mafia, what did you think about the dog's performance?
That's the only good thing you can say about this movie.
The dog was actually very good. Like the dog showed emotion, showed range. Like when he was scared, he was scared. When he was angry. Like the dog was excellent in the movie. I will say it was good keeping it 70 minutes. Anything longer than that would have been way, way too much. It was a pretty predictable film. But there was things that I was entertained by. The concept, as stupid as it sounds, I understood it because they always say, pets can see things, animals can see things that we can't as humans and stuff. You always have that thing where you have a dog or a cat or whatever, and they staring off in the corner, barking at something or growling at something. You're like, what the fuck are you looking at? You don't know. So it kind of plays on that mythos of pets and things. But all in all, what carried this movie for me was the dog. Like I enjoyed the dog in the movie. I was rooting for the dog to figure shit out and make things happen. But again, it was very predictable.
He was the dog that told like Scooby-Doo.
Nah, the dog. I'm telling you, even Mafia Quad, who hated the movie, he could tell you the dog was actually very, very well done. Whoever that dog is, whoever trained that dog. Phenomenal job training that dog to be able to do some of the things it did in that movie because
apparently the dog beat out Ari Lennox for the role.
Yo, that's crazy. Nah, but I'll say the dog carried the movie for me. Ultimately I gave it a 6. I was entertained enough by it, but not something that I would go out and necessarily watch again. But if you're an animal lover or whatever, I'll say it was better than Presence. I'll say that. It was definitely better and more entertaining than The Presence was, which carried somewhat of a similar concept as opposed to seeing it from the dog's perspective. You're seeing it from the apparition's perspective. But yeah. I'm not mad at Mafia Quad's review of the movie at all. But I will say there were some things that I was entertained by that kept me entertained in the movie, particularly surrounding the dog. So yeah, I'll give it a decent 6.
Well, thanks for y'all review. Like I said, man, I had very low expectations, so I'm not surprised by y'all's review. Also, I'll say this. I don't know who started this trend going around of let's do a horror movie from the perspective of, because they did it with In a Violent Nature, horror movie from the perspective of the killer. That shit was terrible. Movie sucked.
Facts.
Then they did it, I think it was this year, with the movie called, what's it called? Presence with Lucy Liu. A horror movie from the perspective of the ghost.
That was actually a good movie, though. That was actually pretty good.
Oh, that's
Nah, that movie was ass. But a good
facts.
example would be The House That Jack Built. That was a really good movie.
Wait, are you serious?
The best
We
movie
we
of
talking
doing
about
that.
the serial killer one, right? With the
Well,
white dude.
if you want
Yeah.
to take it even
That was
further
a good
back, Henry
movie.
Portrait of a Serial
No,
I
I'm
Killer.
don't.
saying,
I
is
wouldn't
the
put that in
movie's
that
real
category
name?
though as those other movies though.
You know the movie that does it the best is The Others with Nicole Kidman.
That's not the same thing, but I know where you getting at.
Yeah, she was.
I know
I
what you're
mean,
getting at.
they were the ghost the entire time.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
dude.
they were the ghost the whole entire time.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, now I can't watch it. Thank you guys.
That movie's fire, dog. I fucking
I
love that
was
fucking movie.
literally gonna watch it tonight.
Okay, yeah,
Wait,
right.
Judas, is that really the name of that movie?
The
With The
what?
Others.
No, Jack built the house, whatever.
House that Jack built.
The house that
Jack
Jack
built the
built is from
house.
the house that Jack built is from the it's from the perspective of the serial
With
killer.
Matt Dillon.
That's
Matt
a
Dillon.
they really named the movie after Jack.
Not our
I think you should watch it. That's a really good film.
All right.
And you should see Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. It's about 85 minutes long. That was a movie told completely from the perspective of the serial killer. Starred Michael Rooker.
But see,
What's
to
it
me,
called?
Wait, one time. You didn't like the other movie told from the perspective of a dog, the elusive horror movie called Bones?
nah.
Y'all never seen the movie Flute? Back in the
Flute?
day?
Oh, hey yo.
Flute.
Is that an
That was the
Asian
dog's
movie?
name. That was the dog's name. No, it had the dude who played Hellboy. What's his name? With the
Which
fucking
one?
Ron
Ron Perlman was like a
Never
bad
seen
guy
it.
in that movie. But Flute was a very tragic movie. It's from the perspective of the dog.
Yeah, no, like when they do like perspective of the serial killer, we've seen that before. That's fine. I'm more so talking about they're trying to do like off the wall shit, like from the perspective of the dog, from the perspective of the ghost.
Yeah, and the
I don't
Violent
know.
Nation was a
That
very
shit, that
boring
shit's
fucking
kind of
movie.
like what
I
they
was
gonna do
excited for
next?
that shit.
What they gonna do next? From the perspective of the fly on the wall, like we
The
gonna see
goldfish.
yeah, like what the fuck, like bro, they doing too much. I don't need to see all that. But anyway, thanks for y'all review. Let's keep it going. Let's see where we want to go next, man. Let's hear from
All right.
BT. BT, you saw some movies, man. I really want to get your thoughts on The Astronaut, bro. The Astronaut, the movie looks kind of interesting. You know, I'm a space aficionado. I might want to fuck with this science fiction horror film. Let me go ahead and
Go
pull
ahead,
up the
give the synopsis. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so The Astronaut. Hold on. This is starring my girl Kate Mara. It says
She looked like Michael Jackson in the movie too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man, she looking a little bit different as she get older. Okay, it says the film depicts an astronaut who believes an extraterrestrial entity has followed her back to Earth. It got some big names in here: Kate Mara, Lawrence Fishburne, Gabriel Luna. Okay, got a couple people I know. What were your thoughts on the movie, BT?
Yeah, I watched this. The trailer was very good. Somebody shared it in the movie guys, and that was the first I had seen of it. Seen the trailer. I don't know who shared the trailer in the movie guys, but I had watched the trailer and I was like, okay, this looks intriguing. This looks like it could be pretty fun. So I decided to give it a watch. And all in all, man, it was a solid movie. Think of Alien Isolation, the movie. So if you played the game Alien Isolation,
you talking my language.
Yeah, think of Alien Isolation, the movie. I will say there was some issues that I had with the writing of it. Lawrence Fishburne plays the father to Kate Mara. She was adopted. But essentially, the movie opens, not a spoiler, it's literally the first shot of the movie. She just returns from space. So they're on boats. They go and find her little vessel in the ocean, floating in the ocean, bring her back. So she has to go into isolation in this house that they have kind of isolated off in the woods by herself while they make sure that she's right and everything's completely fine with her coming back from space, which I don't know if that's a normal thing in NASA or whatever, but that's what the premise of the movie was. And throughout the movie, weird things start happening. She starts seeing things are happening around the house. She sees things on security cameras. It's a tight 90-minute watch, so not too long. And there were some genuinely creepy moments on this. I think the third act will, and I'll say this about another movie that I'll end up reviewing here, but I think that people's enjoyment will hinge on the third act and how they pull it all together. I wasn't mad at it. It was surprising, but also they leave a trail of breadcrumbs that kind of lets you know what's going on throughout the movie, and it doesn't really come together till you see. But Kate Mara was good in the movie. Lawrence Fishburne, not his best performance, I'll say that. Diego Luna, solid in the movie as well. But all in all, a decent little sci-fi thriller with a third act that I was surprised by. All in all, I'd probably say like a 6.5. An entertaining movie. Wonton is somebody like you. I would suggest you watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. Maybe might enjoy it more than me. The CGI was terrible in the movie, though. I will say that it was some pretty bad CGI. Given the cast that they had, I'm not sure if all their budget went to the cast and went to the location, because there were some great shots in the movie. But when you actually get to see the extraterrestrial itself, not very convincing whatsoever. But there was some decent moments of tension, some decent shots. Acting was spotty depending on the actor, but all in all, worth the watch. 6.5 out of 10. I want to say more about the third act, but given that nobody else has seen it, I'm not going to speak on it. But I would definitely like to hear people's thoughts on the reveal and kind of how they bring everything together. But 6.5 out of 10. Wonton, I would definitely recommend it for you.
BT.
Yeah.
You saying that this was not Fishburne's? I can't even think of a movie that I thought he didn't act well. Like, what did he not do well?
I didn't buy into the fatherly figure aspect of it, which I want to say more about that, but I can't. I can't. So maybe now that I think about it, maybe my perception of it is wrong now that we're seeing the whole movie and everything, but I can't speak on his performance without you guys seeing the movie.
Interesting.
But Fishburne has been in so many great movies that it's like, I'm not saying it's a bad performance. It's not some of his best.
It's not standout.
That's what shocked me, because like I've done nothing but every time I see him in a movie, I've always said that he's like one of the greatest supporting actors I've ever seen. Like every time he's in a movie, that nigga does his role so well that, like, John Wick, for example, the most recent example. Like he just commands the screen.
Yeah.
So
I would say I think it could be more towards the writing and direction, because I just didn't buy him as like this head of NASA or whatever. Like he's this head of NASA or whatever, but they didn't really demonstrate that in any way, shape, or form. Like they didn't really showcase his intellect, which, as somebody who runs NASA or heads up major programs or major missions within NASA, you figured they'd showcase that intellect, and they really didn't do that. So it really didn't lend to the believability. Now, as a father, like I completely bought him as a father to Kate Mara's character, like the adopted father or whatever that adopted this girl as a baby. But as the head of NASA, and I don't know if I can put it on him now. Again, thinking about the movie again, I just didn't think they did a good enough job demonstrating him as this space aficionado. So it could be more of a factor in directing and writing more so than the performance itself.
It sounds like a Wonton movie.
No, I think Wonton would enjoy it.
Yeah, huh?
I think Wonton would enjoy it. Yeah, it was a solid movie, man. It was a solid watch. It was a solid watch.
Well, thank you for your review, BT. I'm gonna definitely check it out. Probably tomorrow. I actually got a lot of movies on my list that I'm trying to knock out this weekend, because I gotta watch Toxic Avenger. I gotta watch Together. I gotta watch him. So I'm trying to knock out a bunch of movies on digital this weekend.
You still ain't see him?
Still ain't seen it, man.
Fucking fraud.
Nigga, y'all been shitting on a movie for 3 weeks, and you mad?
I didn't shit on
we seen it. We seen it though.
Well, I see good movies. You go to the trash ones, just like you. Never mind.
The fuck? I don't be seeing no fucking movie. I'm trying to get on my ass.
Rich, you didn't see no movie this week, nigga.
I did, nigga. I seen fucking Tron, bitch.
You saw that last week. You didn't see shit.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. That's more than what you seen the last 2 weeks.
No, it's not. Because we've seen the exact same amount of movies, dummy.
The fuck? Well, what did you talk about?
Guys, we're all pussies, so let's just next topic.
Speak for yourself.
Stupid ass. Nigga don't watch no fucking movies.
You got the biggest clip, my Quad.
And one time for your information,
house eat fucking seafood pasta and Taco Bell all day.
For your, I just came from Taco Bell. But for your information, I've been watching Insecure. I've been watching Insecure to give my review on season 1. Yep.
What
What
little girl that convinced you to watch that? By the way.
Yeah, she said is one of the most important TV shows to Black people. You know, for Black TV.
Yeah, that's not true at all. Let me.
She said it revolutionized Black television, and many people study it. And I
Black girls on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I was like, HBO don't make bad shows, so I'm gonna check it out.
Than that shit.
Are you talking to a girl from Atlanta? What the fuck is
No,
wrong
she's
with
from
you?
LA actually.
LA? Oh, that's even worse.
Hey, Alex, you know what's funny about that? Nothing but gay niggas and girls slid up talk about something. Yeah, let's watch this. You know, talking about watch this. This is so good. Like
I know.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to. I watched the first episode, guys. I don't know, it's kind of corny, but I'm gonna stick with it.
Let me tell you this. I told you it was corny. Let me tell you this too, Chris. We not finna keep doing this. So I didn't watch no movie, so I'm gonna review a TV show that nobody cares about. You've been trying to do that shit a few times. We cutting that off. We're not doing that no more.
Wait. When have I ever?
There was a couple of niggas talking about some. Let's watch this Netflix show that's popular on TikTok, and we can review it. No, we don't give a fuck about that shit, nigga. We talk about movies in this bitch, and you need to go see movies. Okay.
First of all, bitch, fuck you, nigga. I'm over it, and just for that, bitch, I'm reviewing the entirety of season 1 of Insecure, nigga. When I finish it,
you're gonna be muted.
I guarantee I won't. I guarantee I won't.
You will.
All right, say less. Hey, next episode, give me 2 weeks.
I guarantee.
Next episode, I will be reviewing Insecure season 1.
Muted and booted.
Play with it if you want to. See what
All right.
Play with it if you want to.
I definitely will be, bitch.
You're gonna be on Planet Xbox by the end of the week, bitch.
Bitch, you built like a fat ass 360 controller, fat bitch.
Let's talk about it.
Somebody said Abbott Elementary. I did not watch that show until I was flying back from India.
Abbott Elementary is not only fire.
I saw seasons 1 and 2 in its entirety flying back from India.
That shit is better than
just binge that shit the whole fucking.
What's that shit? Insecure. That shit way better than that dog shit. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Thanks for derailing me, Red Pig. Okay, let's keep it going. Coyotes, rather. Is it Coyote or I think it's Coyotes. Mafia, you saw Coyotes, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me get a synopsis. All right, so this movie stars Justin Long. Synopsis says members of a family find themselves in a desperate fight for survival when a pack of coyotes swarm their Hollywood Hills home. Mafia, what are your thoughts on Coyotes?
Coyotes, this is a fun weekend stream movie. Going off characters, I'd say the only character that stands out is Justin Long. Just like in most movies, he's always an enjoyable character to see. He had some funny moments in the movie. Another thing that stood out in the movie for me was the gore. There's one particular scene when you go in the bedroom, dude tries to fight the wolves with pistols that I think a lot of y'all will enjoy when y'all catch this on streaming. The plot is not that strong. All you need to know is the wolves, they're there for a reason that the characters are trying to figure out, and they're eating everybody. You get a few good kills, nothing too crazy. Like I said, story's not anything too special, but great Unga Bunga weekend watch. I give this movie like a C-, and I say check it out on streaming.
Fire. All right, and then let's go over to BT again. My bad, I got some ice in my mouth. Hold on. Let's go back to BT for Night of the Reaper.
Night of the Reaper. Oh, go ahead. Get your synopsis off, man. I'm excited to talk about this movie. I jumped the gun. Go ahead, get your synopsis off. My bad.
No problem. So Night of the Reaper, synopsis says, college student Dina visits home and is roped into babysitting. The local sheriff is mailed a piece of evidence and is led on a scavenger hunt to reveal the killer of another babysitter. What were your thoughts on this, BT?
Fam, this shit right here was fire. I went in completely blind, knew nothing, didn't read the synopsis, nothing, just thought the poster looked fire, decided to watch it. And I was from the opening sequence, I was hooked. The opening sequence, first of all, takes heavy inspiration from both Halloween and Scream. Scream from the aspect of, you know, how the first Scream opens, but also Halloween, the babysitter aspect and things of that nature. This is it's a slasher, but it's not all the way a slasher. It's also a murder mystery as well. Heavy influences from, I don't know if you've seen, obviously we all know Ty West from the X series, but I don't know if you've seen House of the Devil. The second act is straight out of House of the Devil, from a tension and atmosphere building standpoint. But man, this was a fun movie. One of the better horror movies I've seen this year. I will say some of the critiques I have of this movie is the second act can be a little bit slow. Had some pacing issues there. There's also some issues with the writing once you get into the third act and things start to get revealed. You start looking back, well, how did that happen? How does that make sense? There's something that happens in the first act that that leads you to believe one thing, but by the end of the movie, you're like, okay, well, wait, that didn't really make much sense. But I'll say about this movie, similar to what I said about The Astronaut, is your enjoyment of this movie completely hinges on what you think about the third act. It is it comes out the gate firing with a phenomenal opening sequence. That was a very creepy, very well done sequence. And then there's a lull in the second half where they get more into the mystery and the sheriff being sent evidence of these videotapes that he's watching of these different murders and trying to figure out. So it has an aspect of the Zodiac movie as well in there. But all in all, a great job of building tension, a great job of building atmosphere. I thought the acting was pretty well done. Aside from the sheriff, I thought the sheriff overacted at points. But this was a surprise for me, a complete surprise. It's one of my best horror movies of the year because I loved the third act. But again, I've seen reviews where some people did not like the third act at all. Me personally, I love the third act. There's a bit of a tonal shift, and it really goes balls to the wall, all out, unga bunga type shit, like just crazy, wild stuff. But I thought there was great execution. I was at a 7.5 until one specific moment in the third act happened that I busted out laughing, and it was a holy shit moment. It was a holy shit moment to where I had to pause, rewind, and watch that moment again because I was like, holy shit, that was fucking fire how they just did that. 8 out of 10. It's not going to be on my top 10 movies of the year, but as far as if I had a top 10 horror list of the year, it would be somewhere around the 4 to 7 range from a horror movie aspect. And it's been a decent year for horror, so I think that's saying a good amount. But all in all, man, it was such a fun movie. Night of the Reaper. It was such a fun movie, man. A good mystery, some good reveals. I will say, where some other movies I thought may have been predictable, this movie wasn't predictable at all. I didn't see it going the places that it went in this movie. And it was just well acted, well shot. It takes place not exactly on Halloween day, but around Halloween time. Like you see some people in costume and stuff. You see the pumpkins out. So it's a very good October watch. Decent for a movie night. This is, but it all in all, man, I had so much fun with this movie. It wears its inspirations on its sleeve, and by the end of it, I was like, man, this was a fun fucking time, man. I really enjoyed this movie. There were more than one time that I busted out laughing or not busted out laughing because it was a comedy aspect, but busted out laughing because I'm like, yo, I can't believe this is happening, what I'm watching right now. So all in all, man, I thought the killer was great. I wasn't the killer reveal itself. I wasn't, like the motivations were weak to me, from the killer's perspective. But some of these sequences, what this movie does best again is just building that tension and atmosphere, to where there's just a overwhelming sense of dread, specifically in that second act of the movie where things slow down. It just seems like, bro, this is not going to end well. And they just build up on that sense of dread and that tension, and some very good chase sequences in the movie as well. Some very good perspective shots. We talked about perspective earlier. Some very good perspectives from the killer, from the final girl, and from other characters as well. Awesome fucking movie. 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. It's not going to make my top 10 movies of the year, but it'll definitely, given what is left in this year, I'm assuming it's going to stick as a top 10 horror of the year. If it doesn't, that means we had a phenomenal year in horror, because this was a very, very fun Very enjoyable movie, especially for the month of October. If you're looking for movies to watch in October, this is a movie to watch. I would definitely suggest for you if you're not just looking to stick to the classics, of course. If you're looking to watch something new that came out this year, great October watch. All in all, 8 out of 10. Had some complaints, like I said, with the pacing. Had some complaints with the writing. The sheriff overacted a little bit. The killer's motivations were a little weak to me, but all in all, thoroughly entertained. Loved it.
Yes, sir. And one more time. Sorry, what was your rating?
8 out of 10.
Okay. That's good.
8 out of 10, 4 out of 5. However you want to slice it.
Thanks for your review, brother. Let's go back to hold on, let me see where I'm at. Yeah, okay. We're going back to Mafia for Bone Lake. Bone Lake, man. Real quick,
that
Mafia
sounds like the place the high school kids go to like fuck. Like,
They
we're going up to
they say
Bone
that in
Lake.
the movie.
For real.
Mafia, is
I
this
haven't
a
seen
foreign
that.
film?
Yes, it's supposed to be a horror film.
No, is it foreign?
Foreign. Oh no, this is American.
Okay. Real quick synopsis. It says Diego and Sage's romantic vacation at a secluded lakeside estate gets upended when they're forced to share a mansion with a mysterious and attractive couple. Their dream getaway soon spirals into a nightmarish maze of sex, lies, and manipulation as terrifying secrets come to light, triggering a bloody battle for survival.
It sounds like a date night with Alex to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
What were your thoughts on Bone Lake, Mafia?
Okay, so I forgot my notes, so I'm going off the top of the dome on this one. So
freestyle.
The movie wasn't bad. It's very predictable, but it has some good laughs towards the end. First 2 acts kind of slow. There's a pretty strange twist towards the end that's kind of weird, but to continue, let's see, I'm trying to think. The movie's a real slow burn. I'll just say that. This is a real slow burn movie, and unfortunately, when you get to the end, it doesn't pay off that slow burn, but you will get a few laughs or two at the end to kind of say, okay, I was here for it. But overall, without trying to spoil anything, I give this movie a D. The movie tries to be like, oh shit.
That's just stressing him out, boy.
He said, "Oh shit."
I don't have any notes.
Well,
Okay,
how
so
was the acting?
the acting in the movie is okay, but what I need to get across to everyone is this movie is trying to challenge relationships without saying too much. Like, are you and your person, are y'all really in it for each other? Is y'all love really that strong? Can y'all make it through the worst? But it tries to execute that, but it doesn't get it across right. And like I said, that's the best guy off the top of my head.
So you said the acting wasn't that good? I mean, were there any good kills? Was the setting, was it shot well? Like nothing was redeeming from it?
There were, like at the end, like I said, there was a nice kill at the end. It does not justify the weight you're gonna have to go through, though. That's the problem with the movie. You're trying to give me this story about relationships, but the way you're going about it, I don't come out this movie thinking, okay, me and my partner are gonna have a stronger relationship. I'm be like, hey, babe, we gonna be good after this. It's like, no, you're gonna come out this movie just like, they probably got a better movie they could do this.
So did the movie feel preachy, is what you're saying?
Towards like the end, yeah, it got real preachy.
I will say, Mafia Quad, this was another one of those festival darlings like Goodboy. This was another movie that I heard about, obviously, for like me being a horror guy. This is a movie I heard about for a long time, for months leading up to it. So I'm excited to see it, but my expectations are dampened given your review.
I'll put it to you like this. I think Together did a better job with relationship issues than this movie did. So if you want messing with Together, you probably won't mess with this one. Even though
I
this
like
is a
Together. I
better
gave it a
horror.
decent score.
Say it again, BK.
I like Together. I gave it a decent score. I think I gave it like a 7.
I think I gave Together a D, and I'm gonna give this movie a D too.
All right, brother. Appreciate you. Let's keep it going, man. We almost done. BT, I want your thoughts on The Perfect Neighbor. I think this is a remake.
No,
or
it's not a
remake,
remake.
or is it based on a true story?
It's not based on a true story. It is actually a documentary, but not in documentary in traditional sense. I will say this is a true found footage movie. So the entirety of this film is given to you through the police body cams, the dash cams, Ring doorbell cameras, phone footage from people who were there. I'll say about this movie. This movie took place in Ocala, Florida. My mother lives in Ocala. This movie took place in her neighborhood, 2 streets over from where all this happened. There's people in this movie that I know personally, like legitimately know. I remember seeing the trailer. I hit them up like, "Yo, what the fuck, you on Netflix?" Like, "Yo, this is crazy," and they're like, "Yeah, it's crazy." Blah blah blah. So this is a real, true, legitimate found footage film. Like this is not Paranormal Activity. This is real footage from an incident that happened that ended up going nationwide. It was a story of a white woman who shoots and kills a black woman who was knocking at her door.
Oh, I remember this.
There was this took place in my mother's neighborhood. These kids that you see in the movie, they blur out their faces, but I've seen these kids. I've been around these kids. There's a Virgil. There's a nigga named Virgil in the movie. That's my homeboy's cousin. That's really him. That's real footage. When they called the cops on the kids, the lady called the cops on the kids and came to the neighborhood and talked to him. That's like my home. Like this is real. Like this is real. So I always knew the story. It was a big thing. There were a lot of protests or whatever. So this is not a fake found footage movie. This is real. They quote it as a documentary because obviously it's real footage. But the entire movie, there's no interviews, there's no voiceovers, nothing like that. They string together 2 years worth of body cameras because this was 2 years leading up to this incident or whatever of this lady calling the cops 2-3 times a week. And every time they came, they talked to the lady, they talked to the kids, they talked to the parents or whatever. So I've been in this neighborhood. I've driven through this neighborhood. My mom lives in this neighborhood. So I always knew the story, but seeing it and seeing the actual real footage of what happened just makes it hit way different. 90% of this movie is from, I would say 85% of this movie is with police body camera footage. The other is from like security cameras from the interrogation room, from ring doorbell cameras, phone footage to where the lady's recording the kids or the parents are recording the lady like out here wilding on the kids and all this type of shit. So it's completely real. I will say this is the second 10 out of 10 I've given this year. The only other one was Sinners. This is the best found footage movie of all time. First and foremost, because it's legitimately real footage. Fam, no, I'm telling you, you need to see this movie. The fact the filmmakers were able to take 2 years worth of different footage from all these police calls coming to the same neighborhood for the same fucking thing over and over and put it together into a coherent story was crazy.
Is it actually creepy, or is it just because you know the actual?
Yeah, that's exactly. That's the only reason he's giving it.
Fam, I'll put no. Hold up. There's 55 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's sitting at 100%.
Nigga, you know, okay, we need to have a comment about.
They've
given like 20. They've given like 100% this year.
I'm telling you, watch the documentary if you want to call it a documentary. Watch the film, whatever you want. I'm not gonna put it on my top 10 list. I'm not gonna compare it to anything because this is real life. But there's one. Let me finish my review, nigga. There's one sequence in particular in this movie that I had to pause the movie because I cried so much that I had to stop the movie because I couldn't pay attention. No, I'm telling you, legitimately heartbreaking, tragic, fucking fam. Because you are watching real footage. You are seeing these kids watching their mother die in real fucking time. Real kids watching their mother die, fam. That shit is heartbreaking. Like there's a sequence in this movie about 10-15 minutes when everything kind of hits its peak, about 50 minutes into the movie, where it's like, damn, this shit is some of the most heartbreaking shit I've ever seen caught on camera. And the fact that they caught all this shit on fucking camera, unbelievable. I knew the story, so going into it, I didn't think I would be surprised or shocked or anything by anything. Like knowing the story, knowing these people, having conversations with these people when this shit was going on. I didn't think that I'd have any type of fucking feeling, but it's one thing hearing the story. It's another thing seeing it, and seeing it over the course of 2 years from the constant calls of this fucking lady complaining about kids just being kids in this fucking neighborhood or whatever, to seeing up until the point, and then everything that followed after that with the investigation and all this type of shit, all being captured again through police body cameras, through security cameras, Ring doorbell cameras. All of it was a very infuriating watch. Like it pisses you off when you see it. Like we all black in here, so you see it, you're gonna be pissed off for a number of different reasons. Like this lady is clearly, obviously racist, and then you can't help. But if you got a fucking heart, you're gonna feel for these fucking kids. Like when you see the main sequence in the movie, yeah, it's gonna break your fucking heart. Like it's a heartbreaking sequence. I recommend. I will never watch it again. Like I don't need to watch it again. Like it's a tough movie to watch because it's real, and everything we're seeing is real. But I would recommend anybody see this just once, whether you're black or otherwise. If you're black, to listen, bro. We gotta. It's one of those things where like you see the community aspect of all the folks in the community rallying together and why we need to stick together. And then if you're not black, you need to see this shit because it's a reality check, nigga. This is what the fuck happens in our communities and shit. This is what the fuck happens. And how this lady was able to get away for so long before finally being charged and everything. Like it is a phenomenal film. 10 out of 10. I haven't seen a movie that made me cry like that in my life. I've cried in movies, but cry the way I cried. No. To cry the way I cried when during the sequence that happens and we see what's happening and shit, and like to see the kids, bro, and see like a 12-year-old blaming himself because you have to see, bro. It's a movie you would only ever watch once because it's that tough of a watch. But I swear to God, too, I'm not gonna put this on my top 10 of the year. It's not fair to compare this to a movie like Sinners, or F1, or One Battle at a Time. Anything. It's not fair to do that. This is
what's the name of this movie?
This is the real shit.
Bam.
The Perfect Neighbor.
All right.
It's
on Netflix.
I'll put it on my watch list.
You said this is this is the greatest found footage of all time, and it's
Yeah,
not
like this
gonna
better
be
than
a
Blair
top
Witch,
10?
nigga. Like what?
No, I'm not putting it in
It's
my
a
top 10
documentary.
for the simple. I'm not putting it in my top 10
Oh,
because
okay.
the simple fact it's real. It's not like something that somebody written made up. It's not nothing.
Okay,
created.
that makes sense. Okay.
Like nobody created this, so it's not fair to compare this to a Sinners.
So because it's
or
not
compare this
fiction,
to an
you're not
F1.
gonna put it in your film in your top 10.
It's something completely
it's a doc,
different.
basically, right?
It's a doc. Why am I going to compare a documentary to
Then
Sinners?
why are we talking about on the movie, guys?
Because it's a movie.
Ooh.
But you just said that you're not seen as you just said a found footage film. Is it a movie or a documentary?
It is, but I'm not going to compare something that's real fucking life with real footage with real people to something that's fiction. Why would I do that?
Why if the emotions are the same?
The emotions aren't the same. The emotions for this, I just told you, a movie has never made me cry the way this movie made me cry.
You cried
this
in
movie had never
Terrifier
listened. But in all serious, bro, this is not a movie to argue about anything. You just need to see it. It's a very important film to see. It's something that hits close home because, again, my mom lives in that neighborhood. I know people who was in this movie. My nigga Virgil, his girl, their kids. I've seen their kids. And seeing and hearing the story and talking to them about it when this shit happened back in 2023 versus seeing this footage that was compiled over the course of 2 years over numerous phone calls, it is a found footage thriller, but it's actually real found footage. If that makes sense.
Yes.
I don't feel like it being real. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I don't feel like it being real should deter from it being
that's for me personally, though. For me personally, because if I did compare it, it'd be right there. I understand I have a personal connection to this because I know the people. My mother lives in this neighborhood, and I know the people that were involved and witnessed all this shit and lived through this shit and dealt with this woman. So I understand that personal connection. So I'm trying to remove all that and not include that because again, these are real people, and I know they're real people because I know these people. You know what I mean? So
I know
for
they're
me,
real
it's
people.
not. Yeah, because I know these people, so it's not fair for me to include that in with something that's fiction. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not including that and trying to say, oh, it's better than this movie or it's better than that movie, especially because it's not a pleasant watch. It's not a pleasant watch at all. It is a heartbreaking fucking movie. This movie's fucking heartbreaking, bro, and it is infuriating. It is infuriating when you see everything, all the police calls and the way the cops handled the woman and handled the black children and handled the black parents and all this type of shit in comparison to how they handled this clearly racist fucking psychopath who's crying about kids just literally being outside playing in the street, bro. It's for me, I'm not gonna include it in that list, if that makes sense. That's why I wouldn't say, okay, this is my number 2 movie of the year or my number 1 movie of the year. But I will say I think you all should watch it. It's a very, very it's a lot. It's a lot to handle, man. Even me knowing the story and knows what happens, it's different knowing and then seeing the moment to where the father of the children finds out that the mother didn't make it and then turns around and has to tell his kids that their mother didn't make it. And the oldest child blaming himself for the fact that their mother, and knowing that these are real fucking people and these are real fam, that shit was heartbreaking, bro. That shit was fucking heartbreaking, bro.
Yeah, I had the same thing when I watched Transformers.
Yeah, literally when Shia LaBeouf and his mom was arguing. Oh my god.
Yeah, all right, man. This movie is like I said, I have a personal connection. So if y'all want to joke, y'all can move on to the next one. But
what's it called again?
The Perfect Neighbor. It's on Netflix.
Okay, I'll check it out.
That's gonna be
BT. If I do not cry, I'm flying to Tampa, and I'm
Nigga, you cry about your
smacking
long
boy
walk.
head.
You know what?
If you don't cry, bro, you have no heart because
BT, you know what sucks?
That shit is. Fam,
you know what
shit
sucks?
Was terrible, bro.
It sucks that I can't. It sucks that I can't. How can I put this? Every movie recommendation you give me will have an asterisk because of one thing.
Oddity.
Exactly, and I
this
hate
ain't a
that.
movie.
Like,
This is real life.
Real
life.
And even though you know the blurred faces, I still look at you.
Only the kids are blurred. They
I still look at you and say, "This nigga that's crying, boo-hooing. This is the greatest found footage of all time." As soon as you give it a score, my mind is gonna say, "This nigga also said Oddity was one of the." You said Oddity was one of the top 10 movies of the year.
I mean, to be fair,
I understand we joking and shit, but this really hit home for me. So I'm like being completely honest. Like I'm trying to speak like from a real place. Like
they being dickheads, BT. They being dickheads.
No, I understand.
I'm trying to speak from a real place. Like that shit, it's such an infuriating watch. It's such a heartbreaking watch, and even knowing the outcome of the story, because this was a national story. Nigga, Al Sharpton came out for the fucking shit and like did a march in the fucking town and all this type of shit. Like,
and that big ass.
This was a huge, bro. This was a huge fucking story. Like a couple years ago. Like this was a full fucking story. Like, so everybody knows how this story ends, but it's different from knowing the story. Even me knowing the people that were there and witnessed this shit. Like my homeboy's Virgil's wife. She was there and seeing her like being one of the first people there because she works in the medical field, trying to like take care of her and administer CPR. It's different from hearing her tell her side of the story versus seeing this shit with my own fucking eyes and having to see these little kids. She had the woman had 4 kids, a 13-year-old, a fucking 8-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a newborn. Like, and having to see them kids have to get that news in real time through the police body cameras and seeing the baby father having to try to explain to their kids that their mother's not coming. Fam, that shit was devastating, bro. That was a devastating fucking watch, man. And I recommend you see it just one time. It's very well done. It is extremely, extremely well done. I can't complain about the filmmaking aspect. Again, it's just a very infuriating watch because it speaks a lot specifically to the Florida law and obviously the dynamics between black and white and things of that nature. And then just having to see things go the way they did and even knowing the outcome, like I said, seeing it is something completely different. So I recommend it. I'll never watch it again, ever in my life. I'm gonna
definitely check it out, BT. I didn't even see no ads for this, but it's on Netflix, so I'm gonna check it out.
It's a phenomenal documentary, found footage documentary. Because again, who knows? This might revolutionize the way they do documentaries. Because I've never seen a documentary told this way, to where they just piece together footage and make it into a complete story. So it's like a found footage thriller, but it's actually real found footage. It's not scripted. It's not fake. It's real shit. That's why I say it's probably the best found footage ever made.
Red Pig talk all this shit. The nigga cried watching Long Walk when somebody shit himself. So I don't know if he.
Are you a fucking idiot?
The nigga shit himself.
Are you a fucking idiot? That's not what made. That's not what made. That's not what made me cry.
It made me sad because
that's not what made me cry.
Bro,
that's not what made me cry.
He said he's from Louisiana like me, so it just hurt. It made me sad, and he shit himself, and then he died.
You didn't hear the part where he said he grabbed his butt and went no when he did it.
Like what?
Oh man.
I gotta see The Long Walk. I haven't seen The Long Walk.
If you've seen a movie before, nothing in that movie should be.
Well, you're wrong. You're wrong,
that is the most derivative movie I've ever seen.
Well, you're wrong, and your opinion is unqualified. Your opinion is unqualified, so it doesn't matter. Bitch.
Well, anyway, let's keep it going.
But in all seriousness, though, I suggest everybody watch this at least once, because I feel like it is a very important movie to watch for a number of different reasons. And I feel like y'all should watch it. And I'm interested to see if documentary filmmakers see this and say, oh, shit, do we have access to certain footage and change the way that they actually tell the story in documentaries? Because we know how most documentaries are told. We're sitting down with the people. Oh, yeah, let me tell my side of the story.
Yeah, the way
these questions. The way they told this was just like, it was so immersive that you instantly get hooked from the moment the movie starts.
The way this doc sounds like it affected you.
Personal connection. Maybe it's just that I have a personal connection. But so I'd be interested to see people who don't have that personal connection to it. I would be interested in seeing your reactions. But it was unbelievable.
The way this doc affected you is how white people were affected by "Don't Fuck with Cats" documentary.
That was a fucked up documentary, though. That was really fucked up.
But white people made it seem like that was their roots.
But yeah, we can move on, man. I hope y'all see it, and then give me a real honest shit. Don't, you can make jokes if you want, but just really watch that movie, because I feel like it's something that important that everybody should see.
I love you, BT. I'm hugging you right now.
Yeah. Mwah.
All right, man. Let's keep it going, man. We got 3 reviews left, and we've been in this bitch long enough.
Let me do Tron, bro, because I'm getting sleepy, nigga.
Y'all kept making jokes on fucking BT documentary. Goddamn. We finna get to Tron. Fuck. Where am I at? Real quick, Mafia. 100 meters. This is the new anime film. Synopsis says gifted runner Tagashi dominates 100-meter races until transfer student Komiya arrives, motivating him to train harder. Years later, they compete as rivals on the racetrack. From what I understand, this is based on a manga/anime.
No, just a manga.
Oh, okay. So it's no anime. Okay. Mafia, what are your thoughts on 100 meters?
All right, let's lock in. 100 meters. This is the reason why I like going out to see random movies, because you never know what you're going to get. Just taking it off from the animation. The film was made using something called rotoscoping, where basically they trace over live action footage to capture the motion of the running. And that worked really well for the movie. Though the drawback of it was the background in certain scenes looked kind of funky. Some of it was intentional to get perspective on the character psyche, but yeah, overall, I did like the animation, but you get some bad backgrounds, unfortunately. Going into the theme of the movie, the top layer is just a sports rivalry, but beneath that, that's where we get into the real gold of this movie. And that's with the exploration of the purpose, the identity, the psychology, the drive behind this competition shit. The important question, starting with the important question, why do you run? This film goes into things like burnout, weight of expectation, coping with loss rather than simply just winning a race every day. The character development in this movie is so impactful and relatable that I've been thinking about this shit all week. Like literally all week, I had to run this movie back 3 times. And I think most people, not just athletes, can relate to this. Jumping over to the sound quality real quick. I'm not a big sound person, but the score for the music, particularly during the race, was fire. The ending theme was surprisingly fire. When you look up the lyrics, it really matches well with the movie. Going into the cinematography, there's this one scene that Alex, I think in particular, you would find visually impressive when they're running in the rain. That kind of stood out to me. So definitely check that scene out when this movie hits digital. The editing for the film it does it good. So the movie, it starts from when Togashi is a middle schooler, maybe all the way up to his probably late 20s, early 30s. But the movie doesn't feel long. It feels like you've actually lived through this kid's whole life, at least up to that point, which really worked for it. But overall, what really worked for me in this movie was the emotional depth, because going back into like the different aspects he was feeling, being the best at racing, then just losing steam, just like the pressure caught to him. Getting into his high school, the motherfucker made up a lie that he had a health reason just because he just didn't want to race, because shit, he was scared he was lose, but also he didn't want to stop fucking racing. Then going into his adult years, it's just like I got complacent, because it's just like, shit, why am I still doing this shit for? And when he's finally getting his motivation back, trying to figure out why he's actually running, answering the question of why do you run? Something I can't say because I don't want to spoil what happens. And it's just like, shit, what has all this shit been for? What has my life been for? Things are finally looking back up, and now this shit happens. Why? Just in that moment of despair, to find that purpose again, that primal desire that he once had as a kid that he forgot.
I saw the trailer for this. I thought it was a Mob Psycho movie.
No.
The animation looked just like it.
I could kind of see how you said. I could kind of get how you get that, but no. I would just say the one thing I would probably take away from the movie, again, going back to animation, the characters at certain points, the characters look so good, but the background was kind of funky to where it looked like the characters was just pasting in the movie at certain parts.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, kid. When I watched the trailer, I was like, why do they run so? It looks like a weird running, like they look stiff.
So that's the actual running. So going back to that rotoscoping I was saying, they actually got professional runners to run. They recorded them and then they traced over it to make it more realistic for the film.
That's dope. That actually makes me want to watch it.
I'm telling you, Alex, there is this one scene where they're running in the rain that's just crazy. That you got.
I saw the scene where he ran by him and his face was like a weird warped angle.
Yes, I think I actually took a screenshot of that in the movie. I'll drop it in the Discord. But yes, and also certain other characters were kind of underwritten, but it really didn't matter because this movie is really about Togashi and his rival Komiya to an extent. Because jumping over, so I talked about Togashi, his whole mental state, but going to Komiya, they first met. This kid was just running randomly for no reason, and when Togashi finally stopped him and asked him, "Why are you running?" he was just like, "Look, what's the word? He's socially awkward. He doesn't fit in. He's not popular or anything." And he's just like, "Look, I know running will never solve my problems, but I run so much that it hurts that I forget about my problems." To which Togashi takes him under his mantle, like, "Hey, look, man, I'll give you a better reason to run, because here's the thing. There's no problem that running 100 meters can't solve." And through that, Komiya got his initial desire to run. He won his first medal, and after that, he's just like, "Okay, I want to keep going with this shit. I want to win another medal. I want to break records. I want to break records." But even at a certain point, he forgets why he's running. And he's just like, "Shit, what has this all been for? Why am I running?" To which that comes to full resolution at the end of the movie.
Okay, man, I'm gonna go check that out.
Yes, when that hits digital DVD, I'll let y'all know. But again, this movie, for me, for anybody, well, how can I word this? If this movie didn't have such emotional depth, I would probably say this movie is like a B at best. But because this movie hit me on such a personal level where I can relate to Togashi, where I feel like I was the best at one point, and then I got stagnant to the point where I kind of gave up on something I really love just to refine my passion for it again and to continue on there. That shit has been hitting me every day this week. I had to hit this movie back 3 times in a row at the theaters. I'm giving this movie an A, and I'm giving it a permanent spot as my number 3 movie of the year.
Woo, fire! I'm gonna definitely check it out. I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully, it hit Crunchyroll or something. I'm gonna check it out. That's a great review.
Appreciate it.
BT, you was gonna say something?
Oh no, I just thought niggas was about to start cracking jokes with Mafia said it was personal and hit home and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I do have something to say to BT. Now BT, I know you say you don't watch animation, but at the end of the day, cinema is cinema no matter what medium it's on. I think you will really appreciate this core message this movie is trying to send. If you've ever been passionate about something in your life, and at one point it didn't work out, but you found yourself coming back to it or finding a reason to keep it going, this will work for you. You would like this movie.
Oh no, I can relate because I was just passionate about this fucking movie and niggas shitted on me. So I get it. I understand. I'll watch it, Mafia. Just
thanks for your review, Mafia. Mafia, I'm gonna need you again because we finna go to Good Fortune. Let me go ahead and give y'all my thoughts on Good Fortune. This is the film I saw. I think I saw this yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, man. Today been a fucked up day for me. Stomach was fucked up, but it been a blur.
Yours too?
Yes, bro. But I saw Good Fortune yesterday. The movie stars Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, and Aziz Ansari. I'm a huge fan of all 3 of those guys. Just to give you the synopsis. A well-meaning but inept angel named Gabriel meddles in the lives of a struggling gig worker and a wealthy venture capitalist. That's the basic plot. Keanu Reeves plays the angel. JackMoveJohnny, friend of the show, was hating on the movie earlier without seeing it. He was completely wrong about the plot. He said Keanu Reeves was Jesus. That is not true. Keanu Reeves is an angel. The main character is Arj, played by Aziz Ansari. Essentially, his storyline is he is a struggling film editor. That's his background, trying to find work in Los Angeles. And he resorts to working multiple jobs. He works at a hardware store. He works for a food delivery service. He works for the service where people pay him to stand in line to wait for things, which is a real thing, by the way. And then eventually he meets a rich guy played by Seth Rogen. And he's like, hey, man, if you need an assistant, I'll be your assistant. And so he starts working as his assistant. Without spoiling too much, the gist of the movie is Keanu Reeves' character, the angel, he sees Aziz Ansari's character struggling, and he's like, man, I really want to help him. I really want to help him. And the other angels are telling him, like, well, that's not your job. You have a specific job. That's not your job. But he's like, I really want to help this guy. So he tries to help him. This movie is a comedy, by the way. So it has like a lot of, it's a comedic element, but it does speak on some real shit. So he helps Aziz Ansari's character, and he's like, hey man, I'm gonna see if I can make you happy, make you want to live this life or whatever. His plan essentially is to have Aziz Ansari's character Arj switch lives with Seth Rogen's character, and he's like, I'll make you rich. I'll make you rich, but you'll see that it's not everything it's cracked up to be. Well, his plan backfires. He switches their lives. Aziz Ansari's character becomes rich, and he's like, this being rich solved all my problems. I never want to switch back. And the problem with that is the angel, he can't switch their lives back. Aziz Ansari's character has to want to switch for things to go back the way they are. So that's the main plot of the movie. Is Aziz Ansari's character is rich. Seth Rogen's character is now living life as the essentially the poor guy, having to work multiple jobs and stuff. And their plan is to try to get them to switch back to their regular lives. Now, what I'll say about the movie's a comedy, very, very funny in my opinion. The main characters are Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari, and Keke Palmer. And one thing I'll say before I get into like the overall movie, Keanu Reeves, I know he gets shit on for like his acting and stuff, but this movie made me realize two things, which I kind of already knew one of them, but it made me realize two things. One is Keanu Reeves isn't a bad actor, in my opinion. The problem, or I guess the truth rather, is he's known for acting a certain way in certain movies, and it's become kind of his signature. So I think it's more of like people want him to act that particular way, like where he's kind of like dry and he says his lines kind of like awkward. They kind of expect that from him, like they want that because that's his signature. If he didn't act like that, he wouldn't be Keanu Reeves necessarily. I think that's part of what's going on with his performance in a lot of the like recent movies. They kind of want that from him. That's what they go to him for. And in this movie, it actually works because it plays into the comedic elements of the film. Keanu Reeves is funny as hell in this movie. There were plenty of scenes of him actually being funny and people in my theater cracking up laughing. There were a few moments where I was like actually like I'll tell y'all this. A lot of comedy movies, it's rare for me to like actually laugh out loud. I might say in my head like, "Oh, that was funny," but for a movie to actually make me laugh out loud is very rare. This movie had me laughing out loud a few times. Keanu Reeves, I thought, did a great job as far as the comedy. Aziz Ansari, I've always been a fan of his. I think he's great in this movie, which he actually wrote and directed this movie, by the way. Seth Rogen is always funny. He was really good in this movie. And Aziz and Seth Rogen have been working together for like damn near 20 years. Their chemistry on screen is perfect. They work really, really well together. And then Keke Palmer, her character was great. She didn't have a lot of comedic parts in this, surprisingly, because she is known for doing comedy stuff, but she was still good in this movie. She plays Aziz Ansari's love interest. So yeah, the comedy in this movie is great. I think the plot is great. It's a really good story. But the one thing about this movie, even though it's a comedy, it has what's the word I'm looking for? It has a message, right? The main message of this film is they actually speak on how hard the job market is in America right now. They speak on that directly in the film. They talk about how it's become practically unrealistic for people to survive off of one job. It talks about how fucked up the gig economy is. If you don't know what that is, gig economy is things like DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, any of those services where people can kind of work for themselves and make their own schedules. It talks about how unfair the review systems are and how unfair the pay is and the benefits. So it talks about all that. So the movie has an actual message behind it while also being a comedy. And I think for me, that's why I really enjoyed it so much, is because not only was it funny, but it actually spoke to some real shit that's going on currently that I feel like all of us, or at least most of us, may have been impacted by with the current economy and the job market. So I really, really enjoyed this film. All in all, this is an 8 out of 10 for me. I definitely recommend people to go see it. Now, I will say this. I don't think you necessarily have to watch this in the theater, but when it comes out available like on digital or hopefully streaming in the future and you see it, definitely worth checking out. This is a good movie. It's not too long. Very, very funny. And if you're one of those people that's like, I don't like Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves did his thing in this movie, man. He was actually very funny. And it worked. His style of acting worked perfectly with this movie. It made sense in this movie. Because you didn't have to take him serious, right? So it worked for me. Good movie, man. 8 out of 10. Definitely worth checking out. Mafi, what were your thoughts on Good Fortune?
So you covered pretty much all of it. I'll just add in, I like how the film used comedy to show how messed up our employment system is without kind of beating you over the head with it. Because it was just kind of crazy. Like, you know, as if Rogen's a rich guy, but now he's in Aziz's position. It's like, oh, damn, this life is really this hard and shit.
Yeah.
Then you got Keanu's like, wait a minute, I just got my check. Why is they taking all this money?
That was the funny part of the movie.
Where's all the extra money so I can have fun? And Buddy come up to him, Buddy, I got 3 jobs. 3 jobs. What the fuck? But yeah. And I guess this is kind of corny, but I kind of like the message of trying to find hope in your life because I'm still off the high of seeing 100 meters. So that hit a little bit for me too. I think the only thing that really didn't stick out to me is like the cast. Like outside of Keanu and maybe Seth Rogen to an extent, I don't feel like the cast really stuck out to me. Like they didn't have really a memorable moment I'll come back to. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I definitely suggest it for a good like date movie, Tuesday movie if you ain't got anything else to do. And I gave this movie a C.
Okay. C is too low, brother, but I appreciate your review, man. Listen, man, that's your opinion. I'm not mad at it at all. I do want to say Jack Move was completely wrong hating on this film. The late Saint was hating on the film. Completely wrong.
What did Saint say about it?
He said it looked trash.
He didn't even watch the shit.
He didn't even watch it. He saw the trailer and said, this look trash. No, brother, the movie is great. Very, very funny. Great story. Great message. You know?
You can't go off of how a trailer looks to know definitively that a movie is going to look trash. And I'm about to give a great example, and I'm glad BT is here. Primitive War. I dropped the trailer in the Discord, and I myself had to admit that trailer looked ass. But when you watch the actual Primitive War movie, the movie looks great. You got to stop doing that. Everybody, not just Saint, but everybody.
The dinosaurs did look good in Primitive War. They did. The helicopters, on the other hand, is a different story, but the dinosaurs look good.
But yeah, man, that's all I got to say about that. Oh, I'm bad. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying that's it.
Okay. I do want to say, Jack Move, if you're still listening, you can definitely relate to this movie, man. I mean, as somebody who's getting, $2, $3 donations for a 3-hour stream, you can definitely relate to the struggles of the main character. I think you'll find solace in the message this film has.
Facts, Jack. You would actually fuck with this movie.
Yeah, and praying for you too, Jack. We're praying for you. All right, let's finish up with Tron Ares. Tron Ares, this is the new film starring Jared Leto. This is the third film in the Tron franchise. Fun fact, apparently all 3 Tron movies flopped in the box office, including the new one. People are blaming Jared Leto. They're saying he's a terrible actor. But let's go with the synopsis real quick. It says here, mankind encounters AI beings for the first time when a highly sophisticated program, Ares, leaves the digital world for a dangerous mission in the real world. So essentially, this is Tron going into the real world versus how it's been in the past movies where people from the real world go into Tron. I didn't get to see this film yet. Saint saw it, but he's on vacation. I would like to hear from Red Pig because we haven't heard from him in a minute. Red Pig, are you there? Can you give your review on Tron?
Oh shit, I saw it too. My bad.
No problem. Red Pig, are you there?
Red Bussy, respond.
He always doing this shit. Alex, are you there?
Yellow Bussy, respond. You high yellow faggot, you respond.
See, this what happened. Niggas spent all this time shitting on BT and cracking jokes and shit, and now they done fell asleep on the pod. We have plenty of time to get to this shit. They want to take up time and dragging the damn topic so they can shit on BT.
I think Alex actually fell asleep though.
This is why I can't stand black people, man. This is why I can't stand black people doing podcasts, man. They just horrible. They're just horrible. Mafia, why we waiting on them? Can you please give us your thoughts on Tron Ares?
Okay, so this was actually my very first Tron movie I've ever seen before in my life. And unfortunately, I did doze off more than once during this movie. Oh, there he is.
Go ahead, Mafia. Go ahead, Mafia. Say your thoughts.
The story to me was
Perfect.
just like,
stay awake, nigga.
I don't know. Maybe I have to see the other movies to kind of get it. But the story to me was kind of bland. Like I didn't kind of get the point of it. They were trying to get this code so they can make data like physical or live, something like that. The action we got was okay. It's not anything really memorable. The visuals look good in the movie. I will say that the visuals look good. The soundtrack was nice. But this does not make me want to go back and watch the other Tron movies, if I'm being honest. This being my first one. But that's it for my review. I give this movie a D.
Damn. You don't want to see it?
You saw it too, didn't you?
No, I'm asking. Besides me and Alex and
you, yeah, I think it was you, him, Alex, and Saint, but Saint not here.
Saint loved it.
Saint liked it.
Yes, Saint liked it because he said you, Alex, and I were tripping, giving it like our scores we gave it. Well, saying we didn't really fuck with
I gave it a 6.
Yeah, Saint thought that was some bullshit.
What? Listen, there's a reason there's gonna be another Tron movie after this, man. Hey man, the best part of this movie is the soundtrack and look at the visuals. This movie visually is pretty good. This movie is a very dumb movie. You know, it's about what Hollywood thinks stupid people do. Over dumb shit. The characters are all forgettable. The plot is forgettable. This movie touches on a lot of current topics. With AI and shit. That's what makes it very relatable in our current times. It had a couple interesting themes, but it really didn't manage to say anything about it. Like I said before, visual effects, fire, especially during that chase scene. You know what I'm talking about, Mafia, with the water and shit. Fire. Also, what's that? Who did the soundtrack? Nine Tails or some shit?
9 Tails. 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, 9 Inch Nails. Yeah, the soundtrack was pretty cool.
They also did Challengers.
Oh, okay, they did Challengers. Okay. And they're doing Intergalactic, which is coming out. Yeah. But yeah,
oh, you talking about the game?
Yeah. But yeah, man, this is kind of, like most Tron's movies, just so a visual show with, made scripts. So I wasn't too surprised the way I felt about this movie, low-key. Shout out to Jared Leto, handsome white man. That's all he is there to do, really. Sit there and look cool. I wouldn't recommend this until it hit Disney Plus. 6 out of 10. Wait for it to come to streaming. If you got a nice OLED, ooh, this might be the one.
I was thinking the same thing, brother.
Oh,
part of me wants to go see it in Dolby, but part of me wants to just wait till it come out.
Oh yeah.
Part of me wants to watch it on OLED.
Yeah, it's cool in Dolby as well. That's the only place to see it. I don't see it. I think the shit in 3D too, for the people who like 3D.
3D is ass. We passed that.
Shit,
you watching 3D in 2025?
Shit, you ain't see Avatar. Avatar, nigga, 3D, Dolby,
nigga,
3D.
3D been around since the fucking 50s. Like, nigga, we in the future. We don't watch no fucking 3D, nigga.
I saw Friday the 13th in 3D, nigga.
Right.
Damn, what year was that?
80 something.
Damn, you that old? What the fuck?
Nah, they had it on DVD, nigga.
Oh, nigga, I'm thinking you talk about you went to the movies to see it in 3D.
Hold on, Alex, are you there? Alex, are you there?
He muted.
Fuck is this high yellow nigga?
Because he was saying during my last review he was getting tired.
Oh, this nigga.
I think
Red Pig. I ain't mean to cut you off, Red Pig.
No, you go. I forgot what I said. Talking about
What'd you give out of 10? 6?
6 out of 10, man. It's all right. Slightly above average.
That ain't that bad of a rating. I don't know.
It's not complete ass. It's better than the Trails.
Well, Alex is fucking knocked out. He ain't responding to the call, so let's get the fuck up out of here, man. Appreciate the reviews. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate Jack Move coming through. Again, shout out to goddamn, what was I saying? Oh yeah, shout out to Oliver sending us the film The Trail for review. Thank you, Oliver. And yeah, man, we finna get the fuck up out of here. We love y'all. We will see y'all in 2 weeks. If you haven't seen the movies we reviewed today, please check them out. And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Peace.
Wait, hold up, Wonton.
Go ahead.
You forgot to mention in 2 weeks, that's a Halloween night. That's a Halloween episode.
Yeah,
what do we got in the bag for Halloween night?
Mm.
What do we have in the bag? It gotta be it's Halloween night. It's a movie guys episode on Halloween night. What are we gonna do special for the audience on Halloween night?
Well, you know what we could do? The Friday night, we could have a Discord movie night, something horror, something spooky. We could even do a marathon. You know what I'm saying? We could start at like 8, 9, and just watch a couple horror joints. I don't know. We could talk about it, but I think
we gotta
cool.
figure out something. We gotta figure something out because the audience is Halloween. They're gonna be expecting it's October 31st, a Movie Guys episode on Halloween. They're gonna be expecting something, so we gotta come up with some ideas.
So we'll talk about it. We'll see what's up. All right, man. Well, we'll get the fuck up out of here. Peace out, y'all. See y'all.
Keep it cinema.
Luke.
Yo, Crino, this one heat.